strike one. J.P. Crawford 202 last year. And that was representative, I think, of what the Mariners did as a team offensively. They struggled with the bat. That's strike two.
They struggled with the bat until they made the managerial change when Scott Service was relieved from the duties. They started off at 500. They were 65 and 65. And then Dan Wilson took over, and they responded with 21 and 13 in that period of time. And then the offense finally gelled and got together.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Ball in the dirt from Snell. Yeah, you look at those numbers offensively as a team. So August 22nd was the line of demarcation. That's when Dan Wilson took over and Edgar Martinez took over as the hitting coach, the great designated hitter for the Mariners in their history. So they had 34 games to get things right, and over that time they improved their team batting average to 264, and as a result they won a bunch of games. They went 21 and 13 down the stretch. They went from scoring 5.1 runs a game or to that. They were 4th in baseball from August 22nd on in terms of runs per game. Prior to that, 3.9 per game, 27th. And Snell delivers outside.
Yeah, a team really in opposite directions. Best in baseball earned run average, under 3.5, but that batting average 29th in baseball.
2-2 pitch from Snell. Whoa, watch out. Way up and in. Helmet of Crawford came off. And a full count, 3-2.
And Crawford, a young man, he's signed through 2026 and hit better against lefties than right-handers last year.
Payoff pitch from Snell. It's popped up foul, third base side, giving it a run. Kike Hernandez still by the rain tarp. He's not going to get it.
So a different infield. We're seeing Kike Hernandez playing yet a different position today. Mentioned also in the pregame show that, Mookie Betts is playing a lot. He wants repetition, but this is the third different second baseman that he has started a ball game with, and Hernandez over at third base today to begin.
Again, the 3-ball, 2-strike pitch from Snell. Fouled away. And J.P. Crawford extending his at-bat.
Which does not happen a lot with Snell once he gets 2 strikes. In fact, you look at the last 3 years with 2 strikes, hitters have hit just 125 against Blake Snell.
9th pitch of the at-bat. And it's a ground ball to the right side. A little step over to his right is Edmond. Second baseman throws him out, and there's 1 gone here in the top of the first inning.
That's a huge leg up. When you start to say, hey, with 2 strikes, the last 3 years opposing hitters have manufactured just a 125 batting average against. That's second best in baseball. Who has the lowest? That predict Spencer Strider of the Atlanta Braves. Only 1 percentage point better, 124.
Well, as the offensive woes continued for the Mariners last year, this guy continued to hit. Julio Rodriguez batted .273 and played exceptional defense for them, too, in center field. 0-1 pitch from Snell. Wave and a miss.
Well, his 4th major league season for Rodriguez. And he has had 3 consecutive 20-20 years. 20 home runs, 20 stolen bases.
Snell using the changeup to get ahead 0-2 on Rodriguez. Field back, outfield pretty well straight up. Second batter of the ball game, Julio Rodriguez. Snell kicks, the lefty deals, and that's in the dirt, 1-2. So back on a radio TV simulcast today. So our radio audience on AM 570, the Dodgers audio network, we say hello to you. And
yeah. We also say hello to royalty.
Royalty.
Yeah. Present in the booth, Joe Davis is here.
He is here. He has made an appearance. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Snell. And that's low there. Yeah, Joe's here. Joe,
well,
chance to chat with Joe this morning.
He's packing. He's packing
rested
for Tokyo.
Yep. He's all ready to go.
The two of us are packing for El Segundo.
Which means just get gas in the car. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Rodriguez is out. First strikeout of the game for Blake Snell.
Again, you get 2 strikes on a hitter. I mean, 125 average, and then the off-speed pitches on top of it. You mentioned the changeup on top of that as well. Snell really gets tough as well with runners in scoring position. If you look, and again, it's over not just a small sample size, it's over the last 3 years.
Strike 1 to Randy Arozarena. So both swings and misses against Rodriguez came on the changeup. And he'll throw that changeup coming off a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yep.
And it comes out of the same arm slot, same delivery look, and it's really difficult to pick up. Pitch is fouled away.
Well, I found a note early this morning on Snell, and if we look at the off-speed pitches, the last 3 years for Blake Snell, non-fastballs, just a 148 average against. That's second best among all major league pitchers in that time span.
0-2, a little ground ball toward third. It'll drift foul. So Arozarena will have to come back to the plate. 2 down, bases empty for the Mariners, just underway top of the first inning.
That curveball again, even lower, a 111 average a season ago. And I think it's a result, as you mentioned, the good fastball with velocity, and then you moving the ball around. Because normally during the season, this is just his first outing in a game. The sharpness, well, we don't really know what that's going to be. But once he gets in the fold of the season, with all the off-speed pitch, and then you move in a fastball that's in the upper 90s, that's a pretty good combination.
0-2 pitch. Pop back foul and out of play. Even though he's moving things around and it's his first spring start, he's still 3 for 3 in first pitch strikes.
Yeah, and he's really struggling because he's gone 0-2 on all 3 hitters.
Yeah, and that's his history is when he gets to 2 strikes, pretty much he's going to strike you out. Better than half the time he's going to strike out a hitter when he gets to 2 strikes in a count. Inside just missing 1 and 2.
Well, with 2 strikes also last year, the highest swinging.
Pete Alonso, franchise cornerstone, homegrown Met.
That's the guy you want to build your team around.
Pete has turned into such an intelligent hitter.
If you hit it, it goes, that's for sure.
Oh, man, Pete got a hold of one.
There's not many guys who can do what he does from an offensive standpoint.
It's out of here, and the Mets win it! Into the second deck!
That ball was tattooed.
Polar Bear's a ribby machine.
All rise. Here comes the judge.
Judge is in a league of his own.
Aaron Judge is a special, special talent, man. I look at him like the best hitter in this generation.
And that one is gone!
See ya!
You come up here and you want to make a great impression. Hit every single at bat, really help the team.
.957 team OPS.
He has big.
Back of his baseball card, I mean, the numbers are awesome. 0-2 now to Garver. 1-2, pitch up high.
Austin Barnes prepared. Should Arozarena take off, even though Snell the lefty. Arozarena stole 20 bases last year. He's caught 10 times.
1-2 pitch to Garver out of the stretch. And that is stopped by Barnes. Ball that skipped inside.
Nice pickup by Austin Barnes.
The Dodgers have action in the bullpen, so this is going to be the only inning, I think, for Snell. If he has any more to throw, he'll probably just finish up in the bullpen because he's at 26 pitches already. Mark Pryor keeping a watchful eye on veteran lefty. 2-2. Foul back to the screen. Yeah, the big edict that came down from Edgar Martinez when he took over as hitting coach last year was do what you have to do to put the ball in play. Because the Mariners did a lot of watching last year. They struck out a ton. But when Martinez took over, he started swinging and making a little more contact. Another foul ball. And that is out of play to the right. But as you know, you put the ball in play, you never know what can happen.
You never know.
Club record for strikeouts, the second highest strikeout total in Major League history last year, 1,625 times. The Mariners struck out. Oh, breaking ball, and that is taken for a ball low. Full count. Rosarena will run with the pitch. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat for Mitch Garver. And the 30th pitch of the game for Blake Snell. Runner goes, pitch is swung on, bounce towards second, charging is Edman. He's up with it, flips on to first for the out. Well, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left after a half inning and Blake Snell's debut. It's the Mariners nothing, Dodgers coming to bat.
Superstar center fielder Julio Rodriguez. I think he's one of the faces of the game.
This kid is special beyond words.
Julio Rodriguez, listen, at the end of the day, this guy's a superstar.
Impossibly! Oh, what a play by Julio Rodriguez! What a life! This is the man right here.
I feel like we were pretty responsible people.
Another historic chapter.
Tovar, he has been impressive.
He looks like he's locked in at that shortstop position.
Our guy could flat play defense on another level.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
He's got good hands, good balance at the plate, hits the ball to all fields.
How about that Ezequiel Tovar? Ezequiel Tovar does it.
Man, is Tovar special.
Look for big things for him in the near future.
All rise. Here comes the judge.
Judge is in a league of his own.
Aaron Judge is a special, special talent, man. I look at him like the best hitter in this generation.
And that one is gone!
See ya!
You come up here and you want to make a great impression. Hit every single at bat, really help the team.
Amazing performance by Judge.
He is everything that is good about the game of baseball.
Pete Alonso, franchise cornerstone, homegrown Met.
That's the guy.
To lead off for the Dodgers, playing shortstop, Tommy Edman at second base, batting second. Left fielder Michael Conforto hits third. Kike will bat cleanup at third. Miguel Rojas at first. Next, Eddie Rosario in right field, sixth. Seventh, Austin Barnes. Eighth, James Outman. And Ryan Ward is the designated hitter today. Left-handed batter batting ninth against Luis Castillo, the former Cincinnati Red. 30 starts last year, one game under 500 in terms of decisions, 11 and 12, and a 364 earned run average. So the Dodgers at the plate. Robert Van Scoyoc, the hitting coach, talking to the fellas in the dugout about release point, it looked like. And Castillo's first pitch is up and away, ball one. Rookie 289 last year. Remember, he missed considerable time with a broken hand. Game against Colorado, and he was hit by a pitch and broke bones in a hand, and he was out for it seemed like almost 2 months. But he still appeared in 116 games. 2 for 5 so far in the spring. And he wraps this one into left field for a base hit. Well-struck single for Mookie Betts, and that's how the Dodgers start things this afternoon.
And Betts came into camp with one topic really at the top of the list, and that was to play a lot. He wanted repetition, and he has settled into it very nicely.
Mookie at first, nobody out, and Tommy Edman the batter. Switch hitter batting left against Castillo. Castillo working from the stretch. And a pitch missing outside, ball one. Malachi Moore calling the balls and strikes today. Major League crew all the way around. Gabe Morales, Nate Tomlinson, John Bacon on the bases. They'll rotate every few innings at different stations. Pitch to Edman, little ground ball towards second base. That is backhanded by Bliss to Crawford. Throws to first base, and Edman is safe. He beat out the throw. Mookie's forced at second.
Neat little play by Bliss, and just made the scoop and the toss out of the glove. But the speed of Edman goes down. For the Mariners, if we look at Luis Castillo, he's really been a workhorse for them. 30 or more starts in 5 of the last 6 seasons that he has been on the mound, and an ERA below 4 in 7 of his last 8 seasons.
Pitch to Michael Conforto, missing.
This is a big guy. The Dodgers are hoping just really adds a lot, brings it on. Left-handed bat, playing in left field.
20 home runs with the Giants last year, swing and a miss.
He's always had the power, and when he first came up, we heard also that making good contact and playing in the outfield as well. But with the Mets, mentioned a couple of different times, Dodgers were in New York when Conforto was called up and made his major league debut, and most impressive indeed.
Throw to first, and Edman is back. But for Conforto, it's kind of like playing against his hometown team. Redmond High School in Washington is where he played.
For those who were just looking on the TV side, no, there's nothing wrong with his bat. Conforto's bat. It's just one of those bats that's hollowed out to the end, which from a player's standpoint, you can still get the same length on the bat. You take out a little bit, it removes maybe an ounce or so. Of course, when you're talking bats, you're talking in ounces. 32, 33 ounces. It sounds much lighter than saying it weighs 2 pounds.
There goes Edman. Pitch fouled back, so Tommy will have to head back to first base. Yeah, so you see the end of it, the cupped balance, I guess that's for balance. Well, it doesn't affect the barrel much at all.
And that's not hollowed out as much as some of the bats.
Yeah,
and it's all legal.
Yep. Just a portion of it is hollowed out in his bat, but you're right. A lot of them at the top used to be completely hollowed out. Conforto hits it to second. Bliss turns. Crawford can't make the catch. Edman is safe. He's going to rumble to third base. They'll take advantage of nobody being there to get it for the Mariners, and the Dodgers have runners at the corners.
Well, Bliss trying to show off the glove again, but he lost his footing. Now, did he lose it just as he was making the throw? Yeah, his left foot looked like the spikes caught in the dirt. And Edman very alertly scampers over to third.
J.P. Crawford is going to get charged with the error, but I think if they looked at it again, they'd see a really poor throw from Bliss.
Yep.
And you're right, he did catch a spike. Kike Hernandez, first ball swinging, pops it up down the line, shallow left, and out in foul ground to make the catch is Ben Williamson. That's a good throw home. There are 2 outs, so a quick at bat for Kike Hernandez.
So Dodgers had difficulty yesterday in not putting the ball into play. Of the 27 outs, Dodgers had 16 strikeouts. So missed opportunities to put the ball into play.
Miguel Rojas hasn't had any time at shortstop in the Cactus League games yet, mostly at third, but today seeing how things are from the other side of the diamond at first base. He hits it on the ground hard, backhanded by Crawford, throws to second base, and the throw pulls Bliss off the bag. Edman comes in to score, and the Dodgers lead it 1-0. Well, the Mariners having trouble with their middle infield throws this inning.
Well, elusive bag. What should be a very easy out. To throw to the outfield side of the bag, and for Bliss able to at least stop it before it goes into the right field corner.
That'll be an E6. Should be E4, E6, but right now it reads 2 errors on Crawford.
Temporarily.
You know, things change. Like yesterday, if you were with us yesterday, they had the score wrong, and we had it right, and we had the video evidence to prove it. Then they went and changed the score back. Wasn't in the Dodgers' favor, but the score was correct at least.
It was a mistake by the home plate umpire, and not emphatically pointing that both runs scored before the third and final out was recorded.
Eddie Rosario. 2021, Eddie Rosario started the year with Cleveland, then went to the Braves, played 33 games with the Braves. But a lot of the games he played were extremely important because he was a big key for them during the postseason. He ended up as the World Series MVP. Not too many rosters have a couple of World Series MVPs on them. The Dodgers do. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Rosario. Pop back foul and out of play.
It was also a strange season for Rosario. I mean, he hit just 175 and splitting the time with the Nationals and the Braves. Had just 9 home runs, 35 RBIs. He was kind of lost in space. He's 33. But last year was just a puzzle, and the pieces did not fit.
1-2 pitch. Up high, 2-2. Rosario out of Puerto Rico. He has had quite a career. The Dodgers able to pick him up here late in February before spring started, just right before. And Eddie said that signing with the Dodgers was easy. Ground ball, hugs the ground, stays down there, and picking it up, Tyler Locklear, the first baseman. He'll step on the bag, but the Dodgers get a run. There are 2 errors and 2 men left. 1-0 Dodgers after 1.
If it's actions.
Rafael Devers stands in the batter's box, and he's a ribby machine. This guy drives in 100 runs a year. In his sleep, his bat plays.
He has earned his place among the elite hitters in the game.
Rafi Devers strikes again.
He is spectacular.
He's a franchise-type player. Devers' offense is legit.
Out of sight.
He just mashes.
Ridiculous. Oh, Rafi.
All rise. Here comes the judge.
Judge is in a league of his own.
Aaron Judge is a special talent, man. I look at him like the best hitter in this generation.
And that one is gone.
See ya.
You come up here and you want to make a great impression. Hit every single at bat, really help the team.
Amazing performance by Judge.
He is everything that is good about the game of baseball.
Bobby Wood Jr. is an absolute superstar in the making.
I've never seen anything like him.
He's one of the best players in baseball.
Highlight reel play, Bobby Wood Jr. That's why we call him Bobby Baseball.
He is a generational talent.
I want to win a World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City.
This guy is the cream of the crop right now.
Sensational again.
It is crazy, wiry, athletic pop that's only going to get better.
Well, the day is over for Blake Snell. 1 inning, 30 pitches. 20 of those 30 were good for strikes. No runs, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Didn't walk anybody. And this makes way for Carson Hobbs, a right-handed pitcher, delivering to Tyler Locklear, the first baseman. It's fouled away. Just 1 start in the minor leagues last year for Hobbs. 31 total appearances. ERA of 4 1/4. And the pitch grounded to short. Mookie there. He'll fire on to first to get him. And Locklear is out, 1 away. Interesting. Talked to Mookie yesterday a little bit about his work with former Rockies shortstop Troy Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki is an assistant coach at the University of Texas under Jim Schlossnagle now. But they had some work done, and I know Tulo was asked about, what did Mookie learn? What does he have now? There's a ground ball to the right side by Ryan Bliss, the second baseman. That's into the outfield for a base hit. Interesting thing, Mo, is that Tulowitzki said that he watched the game Thursday last week, and he saw Mookie, comparing him to last year, playing some short, moving to the ball more, moving his feet more, and keeping his feet moving. And he said that one thing that Mookie does now and has learned from Tulowitzki is that he might throw the ball more on the run to kind of shorten the distance between first base and where he is. Runner goes, and Bliss is in, stolen base. As teams continue to run on the Dodgers here in spring training.
A couple of days ago, the Dodgers allowed 9 stolen bases in one game. 9.
The pitch coming from Carson Hobbs. And that is in the dirt.
I think it's a good point also, because there's sometimes you get guys who go into the outfield that have very strong throwing arms. They get into a habit of letting the ball come to them because they had the ability to throw a rocket across the field. But charging the ball gives you more opportunity and more time to set up and make the throw. Instead of staying back, you get the ball, and as soon as you field it, you have to throw it. Sometimes that forces mistakes.
Yeah, one of the things, too, that Tulo pointed out, I said a lot of shortstops in the big leagues, they want to catch the ball, throw the ball. Catch it, get rid of it, and throw it as hard as they can to first base. And the point that he was making is that if you charge the ball, you move to the ball, keep your feet moving, not only are you shortening the distance, but sometimes you can just use a touch throw over to first as opposed to having to feel like you have to wind up and fire.
Well, there's nothing wrong with getting the baseball early enough to where even after you field it, you can check and make sure the commissioner of baseball did actually sign the ball.
Dominic Canzone draws a walk, so the Mariners now have runners at first and second. Dodgers with a 1-0 lead, top of the second inning. And Ben Williamson will be the batter.
To continue that thought, you hear coaches say a lot. They say, look, field the ball and get your feet underneath you instead of throwing the ball when you're slightly off balance.
Carson Hobbs will step off. They'll throw to third. They got the runner. Oh, the ball gets away from Kike Hernandez. And Ryan Bliss, who was absolutely dead to rights at third, will score. The ball goes out of play into the camera well, so it'll be an extra base for Dominic Canzone. He'll be sent to third, and it's a tie game, 1-1.
Well, there's been 3 misfires now on throws total in the game. I mean, this is a no-brainer if you look at it.
An error on the Dodgers. Infield will come in now, try to cut down the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, the ball went out of play, so it's a 2-base advancement with a runner at first.
Error is charged to Hobbs. Hobbs out of Homewood, Alabama, in the Birmingham suburbs. Went to Samford, S-A-M. Samford University, not Stanford, but Samford. His 2-0 pitch, cut on and missed by Williamson. Williamson and then Cole Young, the designated hitter. He'd be the number 9 hitter. Hobbs' pitch. Caught the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now, Hobbs last year at school at Samford was 20-21. He went 1-0. Pitched in 11 games in relief there before he was drafted in the 11th round by the Dodgers 2 years later. 22 years of age. Last year he spent time at 3 different places in the Dodger system. Here in Arizona, the Arizona Complex League. That one driven up the middle by Williamson and a base hit. And in to score is Canzone. And the Mariners have taken a 2-1 lead.
Well, for the Mariners, they're hoping they can get the offense going as they were able to close out the season last year. Finally got things going. You mentioned they went 21-13 to close it out, but for Seattle, it's been a long, long stretch. They have made the playoffs just one time in their last 23 years.
Well, they feel as an organization right now they're ready to take the next step, and they're ready to not just compete but win the American League Western Division.
And a lot of that is because the young players have developed, they have grown, and now they've gotten better. And the other part too is the mindset. You know, you mentioned with Edgar Martinez coming over in a different philosophy from a hitting standpoint. The new manager, Dan Wilson, again, took over after the team had started the season 65-65, just a .500 team. But there is a new approach by this team on the field, and you wonder it carries over in the organization.
Cole Young at Double-A for the Mariners, .271 hitter last year, 9 homers. Little excuse me swing, knocked down by a diving Kike Hernandez, but he'll be safe. That'll be an infield single for Cole Young.
That was a heck of a play by Kike Hernandez. Was not going to have a play, but he stopped from having a double hit by him on that check swing. I mean, Kike, he went a long way. He took 3 or 4 steps, and then the dive, the backhand, just knock it down, get a part of it.
The Hobbs will now face J.P. Crawford. 1 man is out, 2 runs are in. Middle infield playing for 2. Pitch. Breaking ball, inside corner for a strike. Crawford 0 for 1. He grounded out to Tommy Edman at second base to lead off the ball game. Pitch outside to Crawford. And for Hobbs, as he matriculated through Sanford, his last year there, the year he was drafted, 2023, the big number for him, it was his ERA. He had an ERA of 1.59. His record was 1-1, but an ERA of 1.59, and that's what caught the Dodgers' attention, the fact that he just didn't give up many runs at all. Again, the Dodgers scooped him up in the 11th round of that draft. 1-2 pitch. Inside to Crawford. Pulls the hands away.
So I see you were looking at the dictionary this morning. Matriculate. Okay.
You have one of those word of the day calendars. You just kind of.
Oh, is that it?
No.
Okay.
No. All right. So today's word of the day is matriculated.
Well, evidently.
All right. See how many times you can use it today. 2 balls, 2 strikes to J.P. Crawford. And the pitch from Hobbs. Breaking ball popped up. Shallow left. Here comes Conforto. He gets underneath it. He'll make the catch. And there are 2 gone. Runners stay put. Julio Rodriguez struck out swinging in the first inning. Blake Snow got him. Snell's appearance today was in and out of the ballgame. 1 inning. He threw probably too many pitches in his mind, more than he'd want to throw, but still pitched a scoreless first and only faced 4 batters.
How strange is it, though, with 30 pitches, when he went 0-2 to all 4 batters he faced?
I mean, they were battling.
After 0-2, then it looked like he was in a mode of trying to get the hitters to go fishing.
Yeah, Crawford, the leadoff guy, had a 9 or 10 pitch at bat. And then Rodriguez battled him before he struck out. Arozarena fouled a number of them off. 2 outs pitched to Rodriguez, low and away, ball 1. But there's no doubt that the Mariners had an aggressive approach against Blake Snell. As a result, got pieces of a number of pitches, fouling him away. This one to the right center field gap. An aggressive swing by Rodriguez there. 1 run is in. Here comes another. And a 2-out Two-run double for Julio Rodriguez, and the Mariners now lead it 4-1.
They like it much better, the game, when they're swinging the bat and making contact. They have just one strikeout. That was in the first inning against Snell. This was a pitch, pretty good location for the hitter, not necessarily for the pitcher.
So Dave Roberts has to make a trip from the dugout. He's going to relieve Carson Hobbs here and bring on another pitcher to get the final out of the top of the second inning. 4-1 Seattle.
Tough. Pete Alonso, franchise cornerstone, homegrown Met.
That's the guy you want to build your team around.
You know, Pete has turned into such an intelligent hitter.
If you hit it, it goes, that's for sure.
Oh, man, Pete got a hold of one.
There's not many guys who can do what he does from an offensive standpoint.
It's out of here, and the Mets win it! Into the second deck!
That ball was tattooed.
Polar Bear's a ribby machine.
All rise. Here comes the judge.
Judge is in a league of his own.
Aaron Judge is a special, special talent, man. I look at him like the best hitter in this generation.
And that one is gone.
See ya!
You come up here and you want to make a great impression. Hit every single at bat, really help the team.
Amazing performance by Judge!
He is everything that is good about the game of baseball.
Marcus Lynn Betts, best player on the planet.
I love watching Mookie play.
On the Hall of Fame highway.
It's a blessing to have those expectations.
Goodness, and that one is gonna go. Mookie Betts, what a monster!
Got some more unfinished business to take care of.
Are you kidding me?
I try and do the best that I can in anything that I can control.
Nothing on a baseball field that Mookie Betts does not excel at.
Mookie Magic!
Right-hander Ben Kasparias, who had 3 games in the big last year, 2-0, 2.16 ERA. He gets the call to come in relief of Carson Hobbs. Hobbs just 2/3 of an inning. 4 hits and 4 runs. And he will face Randy Arozarena. He whips in ball 1 low. More than likely, Kasparias will end up pitching the next inning too. As you say that, there's 2 outs right now. If he gets an out right here, then he'll continue his work, you would imagine, in the next inning. 2-0. It's now 3-0. Second spring training outing for Kasparias. Pitched Friday in Mesa against the Cubs. Went 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, and 1 walk, and also struck out one of the Chicago hitters. Arozarena pops this one up foul, first base side, and that's going to make the seats.
The thing Arozarena has is bat speed. You get a pitch out over the plate. He does not go to home plate with the idea of having a passive at bat.
Interesting player to watch for sure. They loved him in Tampa. He steps out, takes a strike, and he wants to challenge.
That challenged him. He
wasn't even in the box.
He wanted no part of it it was made.
Let's see how. Wow, he was right.
That's throwing away a challenge.
He was wrong. But again, you're backing up out of the box here. Huh? What kind of an angle are you going to have?
You're not going to get a good angle on the pitch anyway. Okay.
3-2, ground ball to short. Mookie handles it well. Throws on to first to get him. So 4 runs in for the Mariners, 4 hits. And after an inning and a half, it's 4-1 Seattle.
You could talk about him all night long. From offense to defense to the way he hustles.
We're allowed to have favorite players in the game too, and on the short list for me is this guy.
Nolan Arenado, a walk-off big fly.
He's a team leader. He's a fun guy. He's a great personality.
This is who you build franchises around.
Magnificent play from Arenado.
There
There's not an out he thinks he can't get. This guy is some kind of player.
This is a ace. This is a franchise turner.
I'm ready to compete.
He struck him out 100 miles an hour.
He has not disappointed.
Even playing in Wrigley Field, it is super humbling.
101 in the zone.
His dominance in the strike zone, it's incredible.
Bottom line, it's just a game. The hitters have weaknesses.
11 strikeouts for Skeen. 6 innings of no-hit baseball.
They are knocking on the door of completely turning this franchise around.
Paul Skeen, what a man! Marcus Lynn Betts, best player on the planet.
I love watching Mookie play.
On the Hall of Fame highway.
It's a blessing to have those expectations.
Goodness, and that one is gonna go. Mookie Betts, what a monster!
Got some more unfinished business to take care of.
Are you kidding me?
I try and do the best that I can in anything that I can control.
Nothing on a baseball field that Mookie Betts does not excel at.
Mookie Magic!
Now.
Suit up the season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com, the official source for your Dodger gear. Austin Barnes, a batter for the Dodgers. 4-1 Seattle leads, and the starter Luis Castillo remains in for Seattle. Barnes hits this one in the air to center field. Rodriguez circling behind it. He comes in, makes the catch, and there's one out for the Dodgers in the second inning.
Well, talk about the offense of the Mariners. They've got that going. The Dodgers were just 1 for 10 yesterday with runners in scoring position. Of course, they struck out 16 times. But in that first inning, missed opportunities. Even though they scored a run, they were still 0 for 3 runners in scoring position.
James Outman. He's back in center field today.
With that little different approach.
He went 1 for 3 yesterday over in Goodyear against the Cincinnati Reds. Gets a strike rung up on him on appeal here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Struck out in his first 2 plate appearances, and then he hit a double off the center field wall. And the best contact he's made so far this spring. Pitches inside and low, 2-1.
Yesterday, he keeps the bat kind of parallel to the ground and then bounces on the shoulder, looks like a couple of times, and then moves the barrel of the bat up a little bit. Because if you keep it where it is right now, for those of the TV side, it's a long way to travel, barrel of the bat.
There you go. He's 2 for his last 2. 1 for 1 today, and a really good stroke to right. Base hit for Outman.
Outman last year, and whether you're a rookie, but I think it wears even more of a burden for younger players than the veterans. Once you feel like you're in that hole, it's hard to dig yourself out of it. And it just kept magnifying for Outman last year.
Ryan Ward, designated hitter today. Left-handed batter with Castillo sending one home for a strike. Ward's had a little bit of trouble with the fly ball foul at first base. I talked to him about it yesterday, and he said, he's still learning the position, and finding the baseballs is not that easy in the Arizona sky with no clouds. He wasn't making excuses, but he said, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And
the good thing is he's found them, but he hasn't caught them.
Yeah. But he said he gets, fungos hit to him up in the air from, Chris Woodward will go and hit him fungos, and they'll work on it. And he said he's still a work in progress defensively at first base. But then he's getting there. And I said, well, you'd rather have those misplays in February than any other month. So he's pretty confident he's going to get there. 2-1. There goes the runner for second base. Huge jump, throw down, not even close.
Outman had 3 or 4 steps before the ball was even released.
Outman steals a bag.
Boy, look at this head start that he gets. Amazing. That's what happens when a pitcher falls into the same sequence in the timing.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Chase the high one. There are two down. And Mookie Betts coming back up. So as a runner at first, Mo, when you see that, what are you noticing from a pitcher that allows you to get that extra jump?
Same time. Come up, come set, throw the ball. Come up, come set, throw the ball. What they need to do is come up, come set, hold the ball. Change the timing.
Mookie Betts takes inside. Betts has been on base in 4 of his 8 plate appearances so far this spring, so his on-base percentage is .500. He had a base hit to start the Dodger half of the first inning. Gonna let that one go. Down and away. 2 balls, no strikes to Mookie. Three for 6 at the plate, but 4 for 8 in terms of his plate appearances. Remember, at-bats are different than plate appearances. Pitch outside, and it's 3-0. So, for instance, if he were to walk here, it counts as a plate appearance, not an at-bat. That's one of the differences.
Tigers have a few people in the lineup that have faced Castillo. Prior to today, Betts in regular season, 1 for 3 against him.
And he'll take a strike.
Tommy Edman, who's waiting at deck, has the most at-bats, 31 at-bats, with 10 hits in his career against Castillo in regular season.
Stretched by Castillo, his kick in the 3-1 pitch outside, ball 4, and Mookie has reached base again.
Look at this Dodger ball club. How many times we talked about it last year? Is it, if you're hitting 3, 4, and 5 in this spot, in this lineup, should say, is that you're going to come to home plate with a lot of runners on base, really 3 through 6, if you will.
Well, Mariners going to talk about this one and make a pitching change. Castillo's out 34 pitches, so he's reached his pitch limit, and the Mariners starter will head to the dugout.
Corey Seager, all eyes on him. He's ready to go. He's aggressive.
Here's a dude that swings 52% of the time on first pitches.
Corey Seager smashes the ball.
The ability to be able to come together and compete every night. That's what it's all about at this point for me.
Corey Seager does it again.
This guy is doing it all. He's hitting bombs all the time.
The Angels select Michael Trout.
It's a dream come true.
He plays like a Hall of Famer.
One of the greatest players of all time.
That ball in, Trout ahead.
Just drink this in. He's not even close to being done.
I come to the ballpark every day trying to get better.
Generational player.
Ball's crushed. He's rocking and rolling.
Well, it's his world.
Top tank for Mike Trout.
A different kind of juice when you see an all-time great player.
If you're a baseball player and you want to watch just sheer joy in the way to play the baseball game, Jose Ramirez, look no further. Every time he's locked and makes contact, it's a homer.
Jose Ramirez.
Wow! When you are a star player, it is not just home runs, it's all the things you do. That's the beauty of the sport.
Jose Ramirez putting on the Ritz.
Oh, that was outstanding.
What better for the game of baseball?
World champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Carl's Jr. Each burger flavor is a charbroiled legend. Never settle for a boring burger again. 4 runs on 5 hits, pair of errors for Seattle. 1 run, 2 hits, and an error for the Dodgers. Just bottom of the second inning, 2 outs. And Jimmy Kingsbury comes in to replace Luis Castillo, right-hander. And Tommy Edman, check swing foul into the Dodger dugout for strike 1. James Outman is the runner at second base. Mookie Betts is at first. So Edman represents the tying run. Again, Kingsbury, from minor league camp, towing the first base side of the rubber. And he will deliver now to Tommy Edman, batting left-handed. He swings, hits a high fly ball to shallow right. Out is the second baseman, Ryan Bliss. Glasses on, looking up into that bright blue sky. He makes the catch. And the side retired. Nothing across for the Dodgers. 4-1 Seattle after 2 full.
The Angels select Michael Trout.
It's a dream come true.
He plays like a Hall of Famer.
One of the greatest players of all time.
That ball in, round ahead.
Just drink this in. He's not even close to being done.
I come to the ballpark every day trying to get better.
Generational player.
Ball's crushed. He's rocking and rolling.
Well, it's his world.
Top tank for Mike Trout.
A different kind of juice when you see an all-time great player.
This is a ace. This is a franchise turner.
I'm ready to compete.
He struck him out. 100 miles an hour.
He has not disappointed.
Even playing in Wrigley Field, it is super humbling.
101 in the zone.
His dominance in the strike zone. It's incredible.
The bottom line, it's just a game. The hitters have weaknesses.
11 strikeouts for Skeen. 6 innings of no-hit baseball.
They are knocking on the door of completely turning this franchise around.
Paul Skeen, what a man.
Corey Seager, all eyes on him.
He's ready to go. He's aggressive.
Here's a dude that swings 52% of the time on first pitches.
Corey Seager smashes the ball.
The ability to be able to come together and compete every night. You know, that's what it's all about at this point for me.
Corey Seager does it again.
This guy is doing it all. He's hitting bombs all the time.
Consent of the Dodgers.
Got a great seat right there. We hope you have a great seat wherever you are, either listening or watching to Dodger Baseball on the radio TV simulcast today with Rick Monday. I'm Tim Neverett. Kirsten Watson here. And here's Mitch Garver hitting one down the left field side foul. Yeah, now he's ready. Look at the guy. He found the right spot. Get your feet up there on the fence. Yep, there you go. Mostly in the shade. Sunny afternoon here. Ball and a strike to Garver. Garver grounded out to Tommy Edman at second base in the first inning. Ben Kasperi is still working. They'll flipping a breaking ball for a called strike. That did not go on the appeal.
Able to hold up.
Two ball, two strike pitch to Garver. In the air to right. It's carrying. Heading back after it is Rosario, and the ball is gone. That just cleared the fence to the right of the 380 mark. Up onto the grassy berm, and Mitch Garver has a home run. It's now 5-1 Seattle.
Well, Garver mentioned earlier he's had a series of injuries. Last year was finally able to shake it off, get back healthy. 114 ball games. This was a pitch that is out away from him, and a big sweeping swing. He's powerful.
Tyler Locklear, first baseman. Strike one to him. Yeah, Rosario, as you can see, got turned around a little bit, but that wasn't going to matter. That ball carried over the wall. Yesterday, the Mariners had like 11 or 12 runs. They're putting some runs up here early in spring training.
Dodger pitchers have been backing up a lot of bases.
There's a ground ball down to third, one-handed by Kike Hernandez. Look at the infield grass. He throws over to first base and records the out on Locklear. One away. Yeah, they won 12-8 yesterday over Milwaukee. And they had 13 hits in the game. 3 doubles, 3 home runs. Mitch Haniger, Hogan Windish, and Lazaro Montez each had homers. And over the last 3 games coming into this one today, the Mariners had scored 33 runs. That's 11 a game. Any 3-game stretch, you're getting 11 a game is okay. 41 hits over their 3 games coming into today. So they're trying to completely change the offensive culture that they had last year when they struck out better than 1,600 times, one of the highest totals ever in Major League history in a single season.
Well, only 1 strikeout today. That was the second batter of the ball game to face Blake Snell.
This ball's hammered by Ryan Bliss to center. Back goes Outman. Outman to the track. Outman to the wall. He makes the catch. Very good first step and a precise route taken to the baseball by James Outman.
Yeah, Outman tracked this one very well. Playing over into right center, playing a little bit the opposite direction. There's a lot of room to roam around with in the deepest part of left center and right center in this ballpark.
2 down, bases empty. Dominic Canzone, the right fielder, facing Ben Kasparias, who had to get the last out of the top of the 2nd inning and then pitched here in the 3rd. Fires a strike. And one thing about Kasparias, he's just been throwing a lot of strikes, getting the ball over the plate, filling up the strike zone. Out of Westport, Connecticut, one of those bedroom communities of New York City. At the Staples High School there in Westport. And then went to the University of Connecticut, also the University of North Carolina. 1-1. It'll bounce it out to first. Right along the line, Rojas plays it. Underhand toss to Kasparias covering. And he records the out. 1 run and a home run by Mitch Garver. And after 2.5, it's the Mariners 5, Dodgers 1.
Touches of blood.
This is a ace. This is a franchise turner.
Ready to compete.
He struck him out 100 miles an hour.
He has not disappointed.
Even
dominance in the strike zone. It's incredible.
The bottom line, it's just a game. The hitters have weaknesses.
11 strikeouts for Skeen. 6 innings of no-hit baseball.
They are knocking on the door of completely turning this franchise around.
Paul Skeen, what a man.
Expect Jackson Churio of the Brewers to be a first-year phenom.
I mean, the tool set is just incredible.
You just run out of adjectives to describe the kid. First big league homer for Jackson Churio. He's having so much fun. That team is having so much fun.
So much to like about this kid right here. The loft, the juice, everything's there. He hits well beyond his age.
He's figured it out. High baseball. Jackson Churio.
Bobby Wood Jr. is an absolute superstar in the making.
I've never seen anything like him.
He's one of the best players in baseball.
Highlight reel play, Bobby Wood Jr.
That's why we call him Bobby Baseball.
He is a generational talent.
I want to win a World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City.
This guy is the cream of the crop right now.
Sensational again.
It is crazy, wiry, athletic pop that's only going to get better.
Opening week at Dodger Stadium, presented by Bank of America, is almost here. Your world champion Dodgers are celebrating the home opener March 27th. World Series ring ceremony Friday, March 28th. And rolling out the first 5 giveaways of the season. Check them out, Dodgers.com/promotions. Michael Conforto facing a new Mariners pitcher. It's Will Klein, the right-hander. And Conforto, so far today, 0 for 1, reached in a fielder's choice in the first inning. 8 appearances last year for the big club. Klein, a 40-man roster guy. When you look at Conforto and how he handled right-handers and left-handers, his splits were backwards. He hit better against lefties as a left-handed hitter than he did against righties. 284 average against lefties. And almost 60 points fewer at 225 against right-handed pitchers. Peeled down to third on a check swing. He held up. Count goes full on Conforto, 3-2. Klein was originally with the Kansas City Royals. And Garver hangs on to strike 3 on the foul tip. So Conforto strikes out and there's one away. Klein was with KC and then last year pitched for both the Royals and Oakland. Traded to Oakland. And then the Mariners got him in a trade for international slot money. That means that they acquired the player and in exchange they got money for their international signees with the pool that's available. Kike pulls one foul way out of play down the left field side. No balls, 2 strikes to Kike Hernandez, 1 out. Dodgers down 5-1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. You believe this is the 6th game already, Mo?
No.
Oh, 2. Up high, 1-2.
That's a lot better than saying, can you believe this is only the 6th game?
It's all how you phrase it.
It's all perspective.
Yeah. Well,
but trying to get all the players in games, opportunities, whether it be in the A game here on the big field or one of the back fields.
In the air, shallow center. Rodriguez, long run in, and you're not going to get it. That's a hit for Kike. I mean, Kike took a big swing, and I think the big swing fooled Rodriguez. He broke back initially.
Kike, big swing. First thing he did was check the bat and then jog down to first base. So he hit the ball. He's wondering if the bat was broken. He jogs. He jogs.
Yeah, this guy is one of the better defenders in the American League in center field. Could not get to it, but Kike settles for a single. Now Rojas gaps it to right center with Kike on the run. There comes Hernandez stepping on third. He'll be waved home. Throw goes into second. And Miguel Rojas with a run-scoring double. It's 5-2.
Rojas wasting no time at all. First pitch thrown to him. A healthy Miguel Rojas.
Rojas comes out. And Griffin Lockwood Powell is in to run for him, and he'll stay in at first base. So Rojas 2 plate appearances. And he's done for the day. Eddie Rosario, the batter. And he will take a strike. Dodgers with a run in, 1 out. Trailed by 3 runs, 5-2. And Will Klein delivering the 1-1. Fastball up, swing and a miss.
Dodgers going back to yesterday as well. They're just now 1 for 16. Their last 16 with runners in scoring position.
Well, one thing too, they want to get some runners across because they, over the first 2 innings, left 4 men on base. That's a lot for the first 2 innings.
Remember last spring? It seems like the offense didn't show an interest until 2 outs. It was remarkable how many runs were scored beginning with 2 outs and 2 outs with nobody on base.
And the 8th inning.
Mm-hmm.
They scored a lot of.
That's when the shock troops were going into the game.
Right. 1-2, wave and a miss. Rosario out on strikes. 2 gone. But you know what? That number that they had in spring training with 2-out runs carried over to the regular season. And the Dodgers were tremendous with 2 outs during the regular season. Best in Major League Baseball in terms of scoring runs with 2 outs. And coming into the game today, when you combine the Cactus League and Grapefruit League numbers, they have the most 2-out runs in Major League Baseball. If that's something that you want to count in spring training, but anytime you have more than everybody else, it's a good thing. Unless it's strikeouts.
Well, they led the parade in that yesterday.
Barnes to right field. That ball's going to curl toward the line and get another run home. Griffin Lockwood Powell around third. He'll score. Barnes chugging for second. And he isn't standing up with a run-scoring double. It's now 5-3.
And Austin Barnes continues to really go the opposite way exceptionally well. Just watch him stay right on the ball. The pitch down, inside out. Going with the pitch and delivering. The Dodgers picked up a run. Final note also, Miguel Rojas, who had the double to knock in the run. Miguel now is 4 for 7 with a walk this spring. And he's reached base in 5 of the last 8 plate appearances.
Like Barnes, he's a lot of times hit to the opposite field. James Outman with another opportunity. Outman had a single and stole second before being stranded in the second inning. And he grounds one foul up the first base side. 0-1 to Outman.
Outman last year had a total of 2 outfield assists. He had 2 yesterday.
Another 2-out run. That makes 17 2-out runs. All right, here's the challenge. It's a strike.
The call is a strike.
So the Dodgers will keep their second challenge after a victorious ABS challenge. One-two pitch. This one fouled back. Remember, each team only gets 2 challenges.
Yeah. Well, it was Garver that actually challenged. He was the one that tapped his helmet right away, the catcher.
Oh, he got it overturned to a strike. That's right. A little chopper right into the glove of a leaping. We go to the 4th at Camelback Ranch. It's 5-3 Mariners.
Forgive me.
Bobby Wood Jr. is an absolute superstar in the making.
I've never seen anything like him.
He's one of the best players in baseball.
Highlight reel play, Bobby Wood Jr.
That's why we call him Bobby Baseball.
He is a generational talent.
I want to win a World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City.
This guy is the cream of the crop right now.
Sensational again.
It is crazy, wiry, athletic, hot. That's only going to get better. If you're a baseball player and you want to watch just sheer joy and the way to play the baseball game, Jose Ramirez, look no further. Every time he's locked and makes contact, it's a homer.
Jose Ramirez.
Wow.
When you are a star player, it is not just home runs, it's all the things you do. That's the beauty of the sport.
Jose Ramirez putting on the Ritz.
Oh, that was outstanding.
What better for the game of baseball?
Expect Jackson Churio of the Brewers to be a first-year phenom.
I mean, the tool set is just incredible.
You just run out of adjectives to describe the kid.
First big league homer for Jackson Churio. He's having so much fun. That team is having so much fun.
So much to like about this kid right here. The loft, the juice, everything's there. He hits well beyond his age.
He's figured it out.
Bye-bye, baseball.
Jackson Chourio.
World champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Want so much more crunch? Try Jack's new crispy boneless wings for $6.99. Justin Robleski, left-hander on the hill for the Dodgers. Last year he started 6 for the Dodgers, and his first pitch that he throws has been challenged. Looks to be out of the strike zone.
Calls confirmed. Count is 1-0.
And pitch swung on and missed. It's the one thing about the challenge, the ABS, that I know I'm discovering, Mo. I don't know about you, but you can't look away for a second.
No, and the other part too, I think it's going to be difficult to challenge the height. That's the one area that my understanding is that they're still trying to nail down. You know, you can measure the height of a player until the cows come home. But what's the natural stance? That's what's in the rule book. To the left and right of center of the plate. Okay. Plate 17 inches wide plus ball width. But we're noticing is, and I think the upper zone is going to be tentative.
Williamson in the air to right. Over to get it, Rosario. There's one down for Seattle in the top of the 4th. Robleski last year, 34 hits against him in the big leagues last year, but 9 of them were for home runs. So that's 27% of the hits against him were home runs. So he's understanding why and trying to make the necessary adjustments on location to certain hitters and certain counts. Cole Young with an 0-1 count, now 1-1.
Well, if the final location of batted balls is not really in your diet, it's probably due to the location of the pitched baseballs.
Next pitch low, 2-1.
Might want to jot that down, by the way.
I've just grabbed my. Yeah. I'm afraid to look down. I might miss another challenge.
Isn't that the truth?
Yes.
And it's like when a catcher is going to ask for a challenge immediately. We can't see him from our standpoint unless we're watching the monitors, because the umpire, home plate umpire, will block out our view of the catcher.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Breaking ball hit right back to Robleski, third base side of the mound. He'll run to the first base side, shorten the distance. Toss it over there to Griffin Lockwood Powell for out number 2.
But one observation I'm making now is that once there is a challenge on the ABS, you notice all the players, they stop, they turn, they're looking at the scoreboard, and the fans now are beginning to understand, hey, wait a minute, it's going to be on a video. We can actually see it firsthand for ourselves.
A number of players who have been using it in the minor leagues for the last couple of years, they really know the drill. J.P. Crawford, third time up.
Has Max Muncy gotten the green light yet to use it as a hitter?
I don't know. I don't know yet.
Well, you've got a guy.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Find out.
Those are joining us late. Is that Max Muncy was Dave Roberts kind of tongue in cheek says, "Look, we got the challenge in this ballpark, but Max, you don't use it."
Follow up on that tomorrow. Well, and I'll report back to you.
See, inquiring minds want to know.
Ball and 2 strikes to J.P. Crawford. 2 down, bases empty. 5-3 Mariner lead. Robleski kicks and delivers the ball, a little wrinkle in it, fouled away.
I also wonder if it's going to stop the ABS system and the challenge. If that's going to stop a few people of yelling out, "Come on, ump."
I don't, maybe not. Ground ball to second. One-handing is Edmonds, sets his feet, tosses to first. It's a nice inning for Justin Robleski. Retires the side in order. And we go to the Dodger half of the fourth, 5-3 Seattle.
I love your daughter so much.
Are you?
You could talk about him all night long. From offense to defense to the way he hustles.
We're allowed to have favorite players in the game, too. And on the short list for me is this guy.
Nolan Arenado, a walk-off big fly.
He's a team leader. He's a fun guy. He's a great personality.
This is who you build franchises around.
Magnificent play from Arenado.
There is not an out he thinks he can't get. This guy is some kind of player.
This is a ace. This is a franchise turner.
I'm ready to compete.
He struck him out 100 miles an hour.
He has not disappointed.
Even playing in Wrigley Field, it is super humbling.
101 in the zone.
His dominance in the strike zone, it's incredible.
The bottom line, it's just a game. The hitters have weaknesses.
11 strikeouts for Skeen. 6 innings of no-hit baseball.
They are knocking on the door of completely turning this franchise around.
Paul Skeen, what a man.
Tovar, he has been impressive. He looks like he's locked in at that shortstop position.
Our guy could flat play defense on another level.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
He's got good hands, good balance at the plate, hits the ball to all fields.
How about that Ezequiel Tovar? Ezequiel Tovar does it. Man, is Tovar special.
Look for big things for him in the near future.
Warranty and 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can also get our ear, nose, and brow trimmer free. Just pay separate processing and handling.
Give it a try. You won't be disappointed.
Order your Bulber Boss now.
New catcher for the Mariners, 72, Harry Ford.
5-3 Seattle in the lead. Bottom of the fourth inning. And the Dodgers will have Ryan Ward to lead off here in the inning. Moments ago. Oh, wait for this pitch and we'll see what happens. Ward will take a strike, but moments ago, Kirsten and the rest of the media corps caught up with today's starter, Blake Snell.
Blake, just to get out there, one inning of work, yeah, obviously. The at-bats were a little bit long, but still, you found ways to kind of get what you want to get done. Did you feel good about today?
Yeah, no, I felt good. Fastball was coming out good. That was really my main concern, to see how that plays, see where I'm at. I was like looking at velo more than I thought I was going to. But yeah, I'm happy where that's at. Just landing the off speed, and I think I know I'm right where I need to be. So when the bullpen after, worked on that. And, yeah, excited for the next one.
When you look at just kind of how you approach spring, you talked about just kind of that fastball command. Is that kind of that first step for you in knowing that you are progressing in the right direction as we get closer to opening day?
Yeah, fastball command is everything. If you don't have that, it's going to be very tough to pitch in this league. So to be able to throw fastballs in the zone as much as I did, I was working on landing the off speed that didn't feel good. I was trying to correct that. So I'd get strike one with the heater and then try to work the off speed. That was just kind of my plan today, but overall fastball I was really happy with. I've been happy with it all spring. So it's more getting the slider going, landing the curveball, change up, I like where it's at. And yeah, and then to just go out there and feel, the adrenaline, the excitement, and learn how to control that again. That's always a good time.
Did you have more than usual? Putting on that uniform and just warming up, did you have more adrenaline and excitement than usual?
Yeah, I mean, it was the first time I got to pitch in a Dodger uniform, so I was definitely excited about that. But yeah, I think just first time finally pitching in front of fans again is always just really exciting.
Excited to be here. You can tell a little bit extra smile when David Vassay asked him about putting on a Dodger uniform. Oh, here we go. Hassan Kim gets into one, but the ballpark holds it right to the wall. And Canzone hauls it in. So Hassan Kim that close, but didn't get it out.
Well, they've been working with him from a hitting standpoint, and he has come out and said, look, he's going to have to make some adjustments, maybe more velocity here than what he had seen in the past, and now coming over to the States, a better swing that we have seen to this particular point.
Tommy Edman, the batter. Ryan Ward, by the way, when we were away, struck out looking. And Kim now with the deep fly out to right, and Edman at the plate. And Drew Pomeranz, 36 years of age. He has been working his way back for a couple of years now from a number of injuries, arm and shoulder. And he has been spending a ton of time here in Arizona. He was with the Padres, working at their complex, now giving it a try as a non-roster invite with the Mariners. Left-hander out of Ole Miss. Edman pops this one up. Right field. Canzone drifting. Now stops. He'll make the catch. And Pomeranz has himself a clean inning. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers in the fourth. On to the fifth. 5-3 Seattle.
Expect Jackson Churio of the Brewers to be a first-year phenom.
I mean, the tool set is just incredible.
You just run out of adjectives to describe the kid. First big league homer for Jackson Churio.
He's having so much fun. That team is having so much fun.
So much to like about this kid right here. The loft, the juice, everything's there. He hits well beyond his age.
He's figured it out.
High baseball. Jackson Churio.
The Angels select Michael Trout.
It's a dream come true.
He plays like a Hall of Famer.
One of the greatest players of all time.
That ball hit Trout ahead.
Just drink this in. He's not even close to being done.
I come to the ballpark every day trying to get better.
Generational player.
Ball's crushed. He's rocking and rolling.
Well, it's his world.
Top tank for Mike Trout.
A different kind of juice when you see an all-time great player.
Corey Seager, all eyes on him.
He's ready to go. He's aggressive.
Here's a dude that swings 52% of the time on first pitches.
Corey Seager smashes the ball.
The ability to be able to come together and compete every night. You know, that's what it's all about at this point for me.
Corey Seager does it again.
This guy is doing it all. He's hitting bombs all the time.
World Champion Dodgers baseball is brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Glad to have you along this afternoon. Another beautiful afternoon in Glendale, Arizona with Rick Monday, Tim Neverett with you. Kirsten Watson alongside also, and there is Sung Kim in at shortstop, taking over for Mookie Betts for the rest of the afternoon. Julio Rodriguez, the batter, the center fielder for Seattle in the top of the fifth. Mariners with a 5-3 lead. This ball is stroked to right field, and Rosario right there to play it. One out. Robleski had an interesting tour through the college ranks before turning pro. He spent some time at a community college in Bradenton, Florida, now known as State College of Florida. Pitched at Clemson, also pitched at Oklahoma State. Andy Rosarena will take it low. But he's from a place, Mo, this sounds like a nice place, right? Went to Sequoia High School in Hickory Flat, Georgia. Doesn't that just sound like a nice place?
I noticed you changed your presentation. You did not say that he matriculated in those three different places of higher learning.
He didn't. No, he did not. Well, he did, but I didn't say that. I didn't say that word. Strike three call. Rosarena out on strikes. 2 down. That's 5 up and 5 down for Robleski. Harry Ford, the catcher, took over for Mitch Garver. He's been behind the plate the last half inning, and now this is his first plate appearance. Strike called by Malachi Moore. Brusky, 24 years old. And Ford hits it in the air to left field. Bounces. Picked up by Conforto. 2-out base hit. You think of that. You ever seen that video with the former Chiefs coach Hank Stram?
Yes.
And he says, "We got to matriculate up the field, boys."
Right. Yeah.
That's what you said that time. It made me think of that. Locklear waving a miss.
Well, on the edge of your seat when you look over and you hear your broadcast partner start to go to the dictionary. I thought you were putting on your professor hat.
I did that this morning. Maybe that's why. I had to teach a class this morning.
Yeah, people don't realize you are a professor, an active professor.
That's true. Yep. But I think this is what, my 8th year? This one in the air to center field. And there's James Outman to make an over-the-shoulder catch. And the inning is over. No runs to hit, a man left. Halfway through the 5th. 5-3 Seattle.
The best-selling.
This is a ace. This is a franchise turner.
I'm ready to compete.
He struck him out 100 miles an hour.
He has not disappointed.
Even playing in Wrigley Field, it is super humbling.
101 in the zone.
His dominance in the strike zone, it's incredible.
The bottom line, it's just a game. The hitters have weaknesses.
11 strikeouts for Skeen. 6 innings of no-hit baseball.
They are knocking on the door of completely turning this franchise around.
Paul Skeen, what a man!
Shohei Ohtani has changed the way we view what a baseball player can be.
Ohtani meeting the moment.
He's the most gifted baseball player we've ever seen.
Absolute rocket.
He's a unicorn.
Number 40 for Shohei. 40-40. Walk-off grand slam. No way.
Shohei Ohtani, who is the greatest living player right now, just hit a 2-run bomb. Live.
Bobby Witt Jr. is an absolute superstar in the making.
I've never seen anything like him.
He's one of the best players in baseball.
Highlight reel play, Bobby Witt Jr.
That's why we call him Bobby Baseball.
He is a generational talent.
I want to win a World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City.
This guy is the cream of the crop right now.
Sensational again.
It is crazy, wiry, athletic pop that's only going to get better.
Right-hander Jesse Hahn takes over now. Seattle as we start the Dodger half of the 5th inning. 5-3, Mariners in front. Most of his work last year in relief in AAA. So Hahn ready to go to work, following up a very good inning from Drew Pomeranz, the veteran. And Michael Conforto leads things off for the Dodgers. Conforto 0 for 2, struck out swinging last time up. You look at pitching in that department for the Mariners. It's pretty good. They're in good shape there. Look at the starters, the guys who are expected to be there. Again, they added Luis Castillo, and that's going to be a pretty strong addition. Got Logan Gilbert, George Kirby, Bryce Miller, Brian Wu. Dodgers saw a few of those guys last year at Dodger Stadium. One guy that really impressed was Brian Wu. I thought he was really, really good. And the Mariners, they've got really solid starting pitching. Pitches in the dirt on ball 4, or strike 3 rather, gets away and down to first base. Oh, they call Conforto out. He looks safe. We don't have replay today, but that would be overturned, I think. So the Wild pitch on strike 3. Conforto called out here. Let's get a look.
On the television side, there's the check swing. An attempt to hit the ball. Going down the line. Well, how many times do you see the pitcher come over and get the ball? But, yeah, that was that's spring training for everybody in uniform.
Thought he was safe, didn't you?
Yep.
But he's out, and here's Kike Hernandez getting ready to face Jesse Hahn.
Unusual score, though. You see a check swing, a ball in the dirt, and the putout goes 1-3.
Yeah. It's usually always 2-3. It's outside. Let's see from this angle. Yeah, it looks like you said. The ball has to be in the interior of the glove. And, you know, during the regular season, if that's the angle we had, it'd be tough to overturn it because the player is blocking the view of the glove. But also in the regular season, we'd probably have some other angles.
Quite a few angles.
I think that's the way it goes. 1-1 to Kike. It's fouled back, out of play. Ball and 2 strikes. Well, we go on the road tomorrow again, Mo. We go over to Maryvale. Dodgers and Brewers tomorrow. Swing and a miss, strike 3, off-speed pitch. Kike way out in front. Curveball that just hung there.
Oh, it did. Normally, you're hanging, you can bang him, but Hernandez just really opened up. He already committed a little bit too soon.
Griffin Lockwood Powell came in to pinch run for Rojas in the 3rd.
Yeah,
came around the score.
Relatively short trip tomorrow.
Yep.
Just north of the 10 off of 51st Avenue.
Be a tough day in some regards tomorrow. One major regard, because usually when we go over there, we see our friend Bob Uecker. This year we won't.
Nope.
We lost him over the winter. Just very sad for everybody in baseball that got to know Bob. I'm sure we'll talk a lot more about him tomorrow, but that's going to be the one real sad thing about going there tomorrow and realizing he's not there.
We will miss the presence of Bob in so many different ways. And at the ballpark, when he would walk into the booth, it was like you turned on the lights.
Well, truth be told, I mean, it was like the mamas and papas were walking in. You could hear him from the hallway. He would be singing Monday, Monday.
One of the funniest people without trying to be funny.
1-2, breaking ball popped up left side of the infield. And Crawford using his glove to block out the sun. Now he's got it. And the Dodgers go down in order in the 5th. On to the 6th at Camelback Ranch, 5-3 Seattle.
We've never spoken, but you've told us many things.
Marcus Lynn Betts, best player on the planet.
I love watching Mookie play.
On the Hall of Fame highway.
It's a blessing to have those expectations.
Goodness, and that one is gonna go. Mookie Betts, what a monster.
Got some more unfinished business to take care of.
Are you kidding me?
I try and do the best that I can in anything that I can control.
Nothing on a baseball field that Mookie Betts does not excel at.
Rafael Devers stands in the batter's box, and he's a ribby machine. This guy drives in 100 runs a year. In his sleep, his bat plays.
He has earned his place among the elite hitters in the game.
Rafi Devers strikes again.
He is spectacular. He's a franchise-type player.
Devers' offense is legit.
Out of sight.
He just mashes.
Ridiculous. Oh, Rafi. Expect Jackson Churio of the Brewers to be a first-year phenom.
I mean, the tool set is just incredible.
You just run out of adjectives to describe the kid.
First big league home
homer for Jackson Churio.
He's having so much fun. That team is having so much fun.
So much to like about this kid right here. The loft, the juice, everything's there. He hits well beyond his age.
He's figured it out.
Bye-bye baseball. Jackson Churio.
Dodger Stadium, March 29th for Oral Hershiser Jersey Night, presented by Bank of America. For tickets and more information, Dodgers.com/promotions. Looking forward to seeing all those folks walking around with number 55 jerseys on. Russell Martin will be happy.
Russell Martin.
Russell Coltrane Martin. Anyway, Jose Rodriguez, the new pitcher. There's a little joke in there, a story I'll tell you about. You know, Russ he wore number 55 also. So did Oral Hershiser. And then Russell Martin's last stint with the Dodgers, remember, he a couple of times pitched as a position player. And I remember the first night he did it, I was in the clubhouse after the game, and he was joking with me. He said, what was my spin rate? You know, what? Because he got everybody out. And he ended up as having a 0 ERA. And so his claim to fame is he's the number 55 for the Dodgers who had the lowest career ERA. But again, you're talking about a couple of appearances as opposed to what Oral did, which was a lot. World Series MVP for starters. Brock Rodden is the hitter, hitting for Ryan Bliss. As Dan Wilson and the Mariners will start getting their substitutes in as we're a little bit more than halfway through the game. Rodriguez, 3-2, swing and a miss, strike three. Rodriguez, good looking cut fastball right here.
Get ahead of the hitter and throw that thing, which is just really difficult to track.
Cade Marlowe, the batter.
It's that time of the game.
It is. Marlowe, left-handed hitter.
This has been a big day. Joe Davis dropped by.
He did.
The booth. Also dropping by, he was making a trip out to Arizona with some high school buddies to play golf for a couple of days. Former Dodger pitcher Tom Niedenfuhr.
You guys have the same piece of jewelry, I noticed.
Yes. From 1981, the World Championship.
It's great to see Tom. He was happy to see you, I could tell.
Well, he had the nickname Buffalo, and once you get close to him, you realize why. He's 6'5", he's a big man.
Big guy.
So we put in a call to another one of my former teammates, a roommate. While Tom was here, called Steve Yeager, got him on the phone.
How'd that go?
Went well. For the three of us.
3-1 pitch. It's fouled off, 3-2.
I shall not go into detail.
Maybe later. Well, look who's here. He's hiding. Eric Karros in uniform this week. Eric will be back on the broadcasts from Tokyo for the exhibition games against the Yomiuri Giants and the Hanshin Tigers. He and Joe will be there. Talking to Joe about that today. But Eric also with one eye on his son Jared, who in his first Cactus League appearance was really good. He'll also check in on other son Kyle, who is a third baseman with the Rockies. Ground ball to first. Lockwood Powell's got it. He'll take it himself. Wins the foot race to the bag. And there are 2 down.
Well, for the Mariners, they started out. First 12 batters that went to home plate, 6 of them had hits. They scored 5 runs. Well, since that time, they're 1 for the last 12 plate appearances.
Here's Colt Emerson. He is considered the #1 prospect right now for the Mariners. Shortstop by trade out of New Concord, Ohio. And he's been in the USA Baseball program for a long time. Under 18 program. So he has been seen a lot by a lot of coaches and scouts. Rodriguez throws inside to him. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Played shortstop. He played third base. Last year, kind of mixed results in his first full pro season.
Injuries kind of grabbed him too. He had a fractured foot. Broke his foot in May. Had to take the time to come back. And then when he came back, he made up those at-bats in the Arizona Fall League. But in the Arizona Fall League, he had a hamstring injury. So didn't necessarily have the at-bats he wanted. He takes strike 3 here as Jose Rodriguez strikes him out. 1-2-3 inning for the Dodger hurler. Still 5-3 Seattle.
Derek.
Hey, Mom, I need to lay low for a couple days. There's too much heat on this car.
Too much heat?
I only paid for a Hyundai Tucson.
Ruth. Listen, Jenna, I need to lay low for a few days. Why?
Deals so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 2.99% APR for up to 72 months on the Hyundai Elantra today.
How is this Chili's 3 for me only $10.99 when fast food is so expensive?
Could be because we don't have to pay for any mascots.
Please! I was born for this! Please!
Never gonna happen.
Wait, I know the song! I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
He doesn't work here.
Chili's Baby Back Williams.
3 for me means more for you. Get a bottomless drink, bottomless chips and salsa, and the Big Smasher Burger with fries for just $10.99 only at Chili's.
Hilton is bringing you more new ways to stay than ever before. With all new places, there's all new experiences to enjoy. Hilton for the stay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Ugh, parents.
Start planning your family fun in the ultimate playground at visitcalifornia.com.
5 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors on the part of Seattle for the Dodgers. 3-5-1. We start the bottom half of the 6th inning, and Austin Kitchen, left-hander, the new pitcher. Well, lots of changes here. You see ground ball right to Colt Emerson. Straightens up, throws on to first for the out. And if he looks different than the Colt Emerson that just hit to make the last out of the last inning, there's a reason for it. They have 2 number 85s, and everybody got the okey doke on that. Right there is Luis Suizbel, and he is over there at third base. So the entire left side of the Mariner infield wears number 85. Only in spring training.
Thank goodness.
It's bound to happen. It happened. In fact, talking to Rick Riz, the longtime radio announcer for the Mariners prior to the game today, we were talking about the things that he's already experienced with players not being on a roster or something like that. Just happens. Here's Josue DePaula. Definitely a guy to watch for the Dodgers. Just 19 years old. and has really climbed up the list of prospects. Last year in Rancho and Great Lakes combined 268, but he stole 27 bases. That's impressive. And he goes down on strikes, so we'll have another plate appearance before this one's over. So one out. Here's James Outman. Well, 2 men out. Outman is 1 for 2 today. What do you like about his outfield play, Mo?
I like he's changed one thing defensively. We saw a good jump earlier. Got a couple of years that his right foot would be in the air when the ball is crossing home plate. Something that Andy Pages still does. I know that Dino Ebel, now coaching the outfielders, has talked to Pages about it. I talked to Dino the last couple of years with him. And Dino is so adept at understanding the mechanics of the game. And sometimes you overlook the stance and maybe of an outfielder to get themselves ready to get the jump.
2-1 fouled away, third base side.
But you have to have both feet on the ground if you're going to have any lateral movement and consistency in that lateral movement as well. So he has changed. We've talked about from an offensive standpoint, the bat position, his hand position.
Getting his front foot down better.
He needs one thing, and that's to build up the confidence. And that's not something that, you go into a shopping market. It's not the blue light special in aisle 6.
Where do you shop?
All over the place.
2-2. Breaking ball outside.
And sometimes if you're looking for something, the shelves are empty. If you're looking for a swing that's going to be, aha. There's not that many aha moments. And then if you are able to find it, the trick then is to hold on to it.
Payoff pitch. He struck him out. So Austin Kitchen got into the kitchen of 3 hitters, facing just the 3, striking out 2. On to the 7th, 5-3, Seattle.
Saratoga Spring Water, carefully crafted for over 150 years. Sourced and bottled for the perfect taste and the perfect dining experience. Saratoga, pursuing the art of water since 1872.
It's a robotic money expert.
Clever. How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits.
Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward. Ingenious.
Sardine fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO.
Smell funky? Get Skunky, the shower anywhere sponges that clean all your funky parts from your head to your feet and everything in between. Just add water, work it into a rich lather, and it's ready to use. Skunky effectively lifts and removes oil and dirt from your skin and hair without any rinsing required. Just towel dry and you're done without any sticky residue. Skunky is ideal for contractors or anyone who works outdoors. A hiking, fishing, or camping trip wouldn't be complete without Skunky. Skunky is a game changer for all ages and a must for elder care. Call now and get 20 Skunky 60-second shower pads for only $9.99. But wait, order now and we'll send you 5 more absolutely free. That's 25 showers for only $9.99. There's a strict limit of 1 family pack per order at this incredibly low price. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-407-4395 or visit GetSkunky.com. That's GetSkunky.com. Order now.
World Champion Dodgers Baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, celebrating 20 years of good times. Julian Fernandez, the new Dodger pitcher. Nick Raposo, the batter for Seattle. First ball swinging, pops out to Austin Gauthier. 1 pitch, 1 away. That's how you get it done if you're Julian Fernandez. Gauthier with a good angle on it.
So much for going to home plate with a new pitcher and say, okay, I'm going to see what he has.
Number 85.
take a pitch here and there.
Yeah. And again, Seattle started off 6 for the first 12 at bats with 5 runs. Since that time, they're 1 for the last 14. However, the Dodgers are now 0 for their last 10.
Julian Fernandez, this is an interesting character here. I mean, you talk about a frame. Good frame for a pitcher. 6'6", 230. He's from Boca Chica in the Dominican Republic. Now here's the real Cole Emerson, shortstop, their top prospect. Big cut and a miss. The reason I say he's interesting is, you know, he was signed as an international free agent by the Rockies, was Fernandez. Ended up having Tommy John and missed much of 2018, 2019. And then the 2020 season happened, didn't pitch there either. There's the other one. So Emerson waits. He's got a 3-1 count on him. But then in 2021, Fernandez made his major league debut with Colorado and was a regular, appearing in 64 games out of the bullpen. So that's been his big league experience. He has been in AAA in Albuquerque, AA in Hartford, and was off to the Blue Jays organization. And now here in the Dodgers organization, trying to be a competitor and a factor maybe sometime later in the season.
Oh, he's a big guy, and he comes right over the top with his release point.
He's got a heavy fastball, too. He got a triple-digit fastball. Didn't throw it there, though. So Colt Emerson draws the walk. So the real Colt Emerson, please stand up. There he is. 1 on and 1 out for Seattle. And Ty Pete came in to play center field, now at the plate for the first time. Runner goes, throw down. And that's not there. Chris Oakey late on the throw. Another stolen base.
That's 11 consecutive stolen bases the Dodgers have given up. Second one today.
Ty Pete at the plate. When he was in high school in Georgia, he was a two-way player, pitcher, and a position player, was really good. But when the Mariners grabbed him, and he's out of Sharpsburg, Georgia, first-round pick, supplemental round, but still first-rounder. But when the Mariners grabbed him, they said, look, you know, we know you can throw. Runner goes to third. Oakey throws down, and it's too late there. Another stolen base.
Yeah, the Dodgers they've got to tighten the belt. So I realize the pitchers are coming in. It's their first appearance. There's no question about that. They're concentrating on pitches that they're making, but they have not been attentive to base runners at all.
And it's ball 4, so alertly, Pete, knowing that the ball was in play, hustled down to first base. Christopher Negron, the third base coach. Infielder, played a little outfield in the big leagues. He'd been their first base coach for a couple of seasons and was promoted over to third this year for the first time. Oh, they might have him at first. Did not get him. He was leaning the wrong way. So Ty Pete leading at first. First and third, 1 out. There goes Pete for second. Oakey's going to throw through, and it's behind the runner, so Pete steals a bag. 3 stolen bases just this inning against the Dodgers.
There was no hesitation at all. He was thinking going right from the get-go. And that tailing throw down to second base.
So now Taylor at the plate. in Rosarena's spot. He lofts one down the third base line. Two are going to score. Emerson is in. Pete is in. Ball still rattling around in the corner. And holding with a two-run double is Taylor. And it is now 7-3 Seattle.
The Mariners able to break that one for the last 14. And the big double here on the pitch out over the plate.
Back-to-back walks, and the Mariners cash in. Taylor at second base, and Harry Ford, the catcher.
Well, in 4 batters, you get back-to-back walks, a double, and 3 stolen bases. That does not lend itself to a real good inning.
Like Ty Pete, Harry Ford out of Georgia as well. He was the 12th overall pick in 2021. Kennesaw, Georgia. Quick throw to second base. And Samad Taylor back to the bag. So for Ford to crack the major leagues at some time soon, you got to remember, you got Cal Raleigh, the all-star. He's going to be the #1 guy behind the plate. Throw to second base. The Mariners base runner is just challenging Fernandez to see if he'll throw. One-0 pitch inside on the corner. Ford figures to get plenty of time at catcher in AAA with Tacoma. Just down the road from Seattle. One of those teams that has a benefit of having their AAA club so close by. That one goes behind him and struck him. So the runner will have to go back to second base. He was on the move. Seattle, they're like the running sailors today. I mean, they are just running and running and running some more. Go and check on Fernandez. The first out on the first pitch of the inning, but since then 2 walks, a double, and a hit batsman. Charlie Pagliarini will come up. Pagliarini hit .232 in A-ball last year. And a strike. Pagliarini, left-handed batter. 1 out and 2 men on for Seattle. Ford at first base and Taylor over at second. 1 ball, 1 strike now. In the top of the 7th inning. Things had calmed down a little bit. First 3 innings, there were 8 combined runs. In the last 3 innings, there's just been the 2 runs scored here by Seattle. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pagliarini. Stretch by Fernandez and the pitch. In the dirt. Everybody holds up. Good block by Oki. So what are things you can do to slow down the running game, Mo? And things that you can work on during spring training to
get the hitters out?
Well, that's one thing.
The best way.
That's the best way.
That's the best way.
I get it. Let's just say by chance somebody gets to first.
Yeah.
Runners go.
You mean like this?
Throw down to second, and everybody's safe.
Well, we mentioned a big guy that Fernandez is to begin with, but he just takes, first of all, he falls in the same rhythm. Get the sign, come set, throw. Get the sign, come set, throw. Well, you've got to change that around a little bit. He doesn't really pay any attention to the runners. But the other part, too, is you cannot take as long in delivering the baseball once you do come out of stretch position.
So 5 stolen bases in the inning. This will bring the infield in. And the pitch up high, ball 4. It's the 3rd walk for Fernandez. Now the Mariners have loaded him up. Dodgers have somebody going in the bullpen, and Dave is going to make the change right now, as Fernandez has lost his command here. So a pitching change at Camelback Ranch. 7-3 the score. Seattle with the lead.
Expect Jackson Churio of the Brewers to be a first-year phenom.
I mean, the tool set is just incredible.
You just run out of adjectives to describe the kid. First big league homer for Jackson Churio.
He's having so much fun. That team is having so much fun.
So much to like about this kid right here. The loft, the juice, everything's there. He hits well beyond his age.
He's figured it out.
High baseball. Jackson Churio.
The Angels select Michael Trout.
It's a dream come true.
He plays like a Hall of Famer.
One of the greatest players of all time.
That ball hit right here.
And just drink this in. He's not even close to being done.
I come to the ballpark every day trying to get better.
Generational player.
Ball's crushed. He's rocking and rolling.
Well, it's his world.
Top tank for Mike Trout.
A different kind of juice when you see an all-time great player.
You could talk about him all night long. From offense to defense to the way he hustles.
We're allowed to have favorite players in the game, too. And on the short list for me is this guy.
Nolan Arenado, a walk-off big fly.
He's a team leader. He's a fun guy. He's a great personality.
This is who you build franchises around.
Magnificent play from Arenado.
There's not an out he thinks he can't get. This guy is some kind of player.
6'7" Ronan Kopp, the left-hander, comes in to take over for the Dodgers. Bases are loaded, 1 out. 7-3 Mariners in front. And the batter is Brock Rodden, the second baseman. So Kopp out of the stretch, glove up by his head. Pitch is high, ball 1. The second Cactus League appearance for Kopp. That's K-O-P-P. Out of the Phoenix area. Kopp stretching, and now his 1-0 pitch to Rodden. That misses down and away. Not an easy situation to come in.
No, especially everywhere you look, there is a green jersey standing on a base. But a ground ball, you get 2 and you're out of the inning.
2-0 pitch, fires it low, right down the middle, but low. And it's now 3-0, nowhere to put him. Stretch, and here comes the 3-0 pitch. He missed way outside, and the Mariners add another as Kopp comes in out of the bullpen. We've had now 4 walks and a hit batsman this inning. Ouch.
And stolen bases galore. In fact, for the Dodgers now, they have allowed this spring. This is the 6th game. 22 stolen bases. Of course, Will Smith not seen action yet, and Will led Major League Baseball and caught stealing last year.
Cade Marlowe's second time up takes a strike.
But that is eye-popping. 6 games, 22 stolen bases. And we're in the 7th inning of this one.
A 1 pitch. Foul back, nothing in 2. I mean, when do you ever see 5 in an inning? You don't see that very often. We've seen it in this inning. That's just something that doesn't happen often.
Thank goodness.
0-2. Just outside. Ronan Kopp last year in Tulsa. Double-A, 35 appearances, pitched 49 2/3 innings. Struck out 70 in that time. 2-2 the count. So 70 strikeouts in 49 2/3 innings, almost 50 innings. That's pretty good. 2-2. That's up high, and it's 3-2. So you got to figure Marlowe is looking for one right down the middle here. Base is full of Mariners. 3-2. He walked him. So in the first 6 innings for Dodger pitchers, they walked 1. In this inning combined here in the 7th, they have walked 5 and hit a man.
And 5 stolen bases.
Ford comes in to score. Rodden goes over to second. Marlowe down to first. And this will be the 9th man to come to the plate this inning. Luis Suspel, and this one goes to the backstop. Wow. Go to the plate. Runner scores. Pagliarini comes in to score. And it's getting worse for the Dodgers. It's now 10-3 Seattle.
Might be a good time to turn on the sprinklers on the field.
You want a rain out?
We'll get one.
Okay, trying to settle down Ronan Kopp. Spell up, and now Kopp facing the right-handed batter with runners at second and third and 1 out still. And what has been a very inauspicious inning for the Dodgers. Foul tip for a strike. 1-1. Kopp set to throw. The pitch fouled off to the right side, and now a 2-strike count.
By the way, turning on the sprinklers is something that has been done in the past at the minor league level. Like at the end of the season where the team's not going anywhere except to home.
Well, that's partially why it made it into the Bull Durham movie.
Yes, it did.
Because not the first time. 1-2. A little chopper slowly hit toward third. Cody Hosey to cut it off. Flips on to first. A stretch by Lockwood Powell. Gets the out there, but the Mariners score another run as Brock Rodden comes in to score. It's 11-3. Cade Marlowe down to third. Spell gets an RBI on the ground out. 5-3 goes the put out. And now coming up is Nick Raposo for the 2nd time this inning. You ever do that in the minor leagues? Well, I mean, the statute of limitations has to be up by now. You can talk about it if you did.
No, never did flood the field. Is in discussions about doing it.
Pitch on the way. Yeah, that's in there. Good breaking ball. So what prevented you from doing it?
I was only 19 and scared to death to begin with.
So that would have been where? That would have been in
Lewiston, Idaho, right after I signed.
Yeah.
Right after the College World Series. Traveled to Big League Ball Club for a couple of weeks. Played an exhibition game with the Big League Club against their AA team in Birmingham, Alabama, and then went to beautiful downtown Lewiston, Idaho.
Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Raposo goes down. 10 men come to the plate. And 6 of them score. It's 11-3 at stretch time, middle of the 7th.
Marcus Lynn Betts, best player on the planet.
I love watching Mookie play.
On the Hall of Fame highway.
It's a blessing to have those expectations.
Goodness, and that one is gonna go. Mookie Betts, what a monster.
Got some more unfinished business to take care of.
Are you kidding me?
I try and do the best that I can in anything that I can't control.
Nothing on a baseball field that Mookie Betts does not excel at.
superstar center fielder Julio Rodriguez.
I think he's one of the faces of the game.
This kid is special beyond words.
Julio Rodriguez, listen, at the end of the day, this guy's a superstar.
Impossibly. Oh, what a play by Julio Rodriguez. What a life. This is the man right here.
I feel like we're pretty responsible people.
Another historic chapter.
This is a ace. This is a franchise turner.
I'm ready to compete.
He struck him out 100 miles an hour.
He has not disappointed.
Even playing in Wrigley Field, it is super humbling.
101 in the zone.
His dominance in the strike zone, it's incredible.
Bottom line, it's just a game. The hitters have weaknesses.
11 strikeouts for Skeen. 6 innings of no-hit baseball.
They are knocking on the door of completely turning this franchise around.
Paul Skeen, what a man.
Freddie Freeman's walk-off grand slam to win Game 1 of the World Series will forever live in the hearts of Dodger fans. April 11th, first 40,000 in attendance receive this commemorative bobblehead presented by Bank of America. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more details, but you're going to want to have that. No question. Here's Alex Freeland, one of the top Dodger prospects, coming into the DH spot, a switch hitter batting left against the new Mariner pitcher, Gage Bohm. We haven't really seen Freeland play in the field all that much during these games. We've seen him take a few swings. Out of Central Florida, third rounder. And he get hit. Looks like he did. Looks like he just got grazed by the pitch, so he'll go down to first, and Dodgers will get a base runner.
Barely just above the knee.
Runner on first. Dodgers down by a few now, 11-3, so trying to muscle their way back in. Here is Ha-Seong Kim. 0 for 1 at a very deep fly out to right first time up. Came in for Mookie Betts, takes outside. The Dodgers are going to take a good look at him, let him really get acclimated to baseball here. The ball pops out of the glove of Ford.
Playing.
This will be a pass ball, and then down to second base goes Freeland.
Used to be the old saying about, hey, you get a ball that pops out of the catcher's mitt like that and say, hey, let the air out of it. It's overinflated.
That's not the first one that's popped out of Ford's glove.
No.
Freeland at second, nobody out, 2-0 to Kim. And that's in there for a strike. He was the best high school hitter his last year in high school in Korea. Takes a strike here. Went right from high school to the KBO. Played for the Heroes and really became a very sought-after player. He chases one down and in.
Oh, and he made that long fly ball out. You're talking about the right field in the fourth inning. The best swing that we have seen thus far by Kim is, again, he's working on the swing, the mechanics, and just chases a breaking ball in off the plate for strike 3.
One man out, Chris Oakey, the batter. We've seen him display some power. Oakey did hit a home run already this spring. One-0 pitch to Oakey from Gage Bohm. Pitch inside. Well, last year pitched at the University of Texas in Austin. A Longhorn.
By the way, on the TV side, we see Freeland lead off at second base. Something we can watch out for in the rest of the spring, since stolen bases have been kind of the theme song for Seattle. Freeland scored 23 stolen bases in 25 attempts last year. So he has some speed. And that's an interesting plus that you have as a player.
It's just one of those things you can't teach. And that's why it's such a valuable skill to have, valuable tool for any player.
Yeah. Can't teach speed. You can improve upon it. The mechanics of running.
You know, the interesting thing, too, the fact that he is running so well. He was born with a club foot. And he had to have multiple surgeries to correct it. That's a little number out in front of the plate. Freeland will advance to third. And Oki is just out at first base.
So it just is an out at first base. Unfortunately, no collision.
Cody Hosey's seeing plenty of time in these Cactus League exhibitions. That's usually a good sign if you're a player. You see your name on the lineup card every day.
It's a lot better than coming into the stadium every day into the locker room saying, I wonder if they know I'm here.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. I think the Dodgers do a really good job communicating with the players the day before, so they know they have got much more time to prepare, and you're not wondering. And you do bring up a point, because, you know, in days gone by, you didn't know what you were going to do sometimes when you came to the ballpark, whether it was regular season or spring training. But I think, you know, mentally, and this game can be full of mental gymnastics for players, but mentally it really helps out. This one belted to left field solidly, but it's going to hang up. And the left fielder, Taylor, gets over there to make the play. Well, nothing across in the seventh. On to the eighth. It is 11-3, Seattle.
Tough. Rafael Devers stands in the batter's box, and he's a ribby machine. This guy drives in 100 runs a year. In his sleep, his bat plays.
He has earned his place among the elite hitters in the game.
Rafi Devers strikes again.
He is spectacular.
He's a franchise-type player. Devers' offense is legit.
Out of sight.
He just smashes.
Ridiculous.
Oh, Rafi.
Superstar center fielder Julio Rodriguez.
Well, I think he's one of the faces of the game.
This kid is special beyond words.
Julio Rodriguez, listen, at the end of the day, guys, this guy's a superstar.
Impossibly. Oh, what a play by Julio Rodriguez. What a life. This is the man right here.
I feel like we're a pretty responsible feat.
Another historic chapter.
This is this is a franchise turner.
Ready to compete.
He struck him out. 100 miles an hour.
He has not disappointed.
Even playing in Wrigley Field, it is super humbling.
101 in the zone.
His dominance in the strike zone, it's incredible.
Bottom line, it's just a game. The hitters have weaknesses.
11 strikeouts for Skeen. 6 innings of no-hit baseball.
They are knocking on the door of completely turning this franchise around.
Paul Skeen, what a man.
Here's what's coming up for the rest of the month and into March. We'll be in Maryvale tomorrow, Scottsdale Thursday, Brewers and Rockies, and the Angels Friday night. I want to circle that one. Colt Emerson back up there, the shortstop for the Mariners. 11-3, Mariners with the lead, top of the eighth, and Joe Jakes comes in to pitch. Jake's out of Manhattan College. Manhattan Jaspers. You knew that, though, right, Mo? That was her nickname?
Jaspers. What is it, Jasper?
We got a challenge here. That's not what it means, but there's a challenge. It's a ball. That's about as close as you can get.
The pitch is 1-0 count.
Malachi Moore, the home plate umpire, chuckling over that.
Yeah, he's having a little fun because he's hearing it from some of the fans that see it over near the Dodgers on deck circle.
Well, that's what you were saying before. You were wondering if people would still give the umpire a hard time, even though there's a challenge system. I'd say yeah, because if it's shown that he misses a call, I mean, that one there was, you know, by a whisker, he missed it. I think most times that's going to be called a strike, and I think most hitters wouldn't have a problem with that.
Well,
but it's the ones that miss by a few inches that.
Well, you're saying they wouldn't have a problem with that because you were not the hitter.
Correct.
If you were the hitter, you might have a problem with it.
Well, anytime there's a strike called on you, you don't swing, you have a problem.
There are some hitters over the years that believe that there has never been a called strike in their career that has been accurate.
Right. 2-1 to Emerson. This one is flared on the infield, and Kim caught in between. Came in and then changed his mind at the last moment. Stopped, and the ball fell in.
Well, the ball is a severe jam shot, and when it hits that dirt, it's going to take a weird bounce because of the spin of the baseball. And the ball played Kim instead of Kim playing the baseball.
That'll be an error on. That's on Kim.
This has not been a textbook game. Just making an observation.
There were a few innings that were pretty good. But you're right. Not everyone is in the.
No. I would put it this way. I would imagine with the Dodgers, in their coaching staff and in the baseball operations department, there have been multiple notes written down about this game thus far.
0-2 pitch. And Jake slings one outside and struck him out. Couldn't hold up, so Ty Pete strikes out. One down. So let me ask you something about when you stand in at the plate. And you know your strike zone. After a while, you see so many pitches and you know your strike zone. Was there ever a part of your strike zone that you just didn't see as well as another part? And you were not sure sometimes if it was a strike or a ball, one of those borderline pitches?
Down and away.
Down and away?
And I think sometimes, in particular, if you're kind of guessing if the count's in your way, and you say, okay, look, I'm going to get a fastball here, and maybe say, okay, I'm going to cheat on a little bit. Might be coming inside. And if you're pulling off it a little bit, you don't really see that ball. There's a great observation. I saw a video the other day. And I have tremendous respect for the man that I'm about to mention. We played against one another early in our career. And then honored enough to call him a teammate with the Dodgers. Reggie Smith. And Reggie has taken hitting coaching to another dimension, including eyesight of a hitter. And he does something now to measure, okay, dominant eye. Are you getting a good look at the pitcher to begin with? But he made a comment. He said, in the studies that he has done, everybody talks about, I hear occasionally, well, does a hitter actually see the ball hit the bat? I never saw it. I've asked Reggie, did you see it? No. I've asked other guys, you see it? No. Reggie says that in the studies that they have done, the batter loses actually trajectory of the baseball somewhere around 20 feet in front of home plate. Stop and think about that.
Interesting.
So you are seeing the pitch, your brain is reacting, you see the trajectory of the ball, you're trying to pick up the spin of the baseball. At what point in time do you actually not see the ball somewhere in that space towards home plate?
3-2. Fouled off at the plate. That's interesting because you made a decision.
And a friend of mine just sent me that video 2 days ago. And Reggie goes into such great detail and depth about hitting. It's not just about the stance. It's not about the grip. It's not. Have you seen the ball? If you don't see it and see it well, you can't hit it.
But you make the decision to let go of full swing when that ball's they're good breaking ball. Got him. And he wants to challenge.
Well, he thought the ball was away.
Might have come back in. We'll see. It did.
Yep.
Call is confirmed. Strike 3. Both teams are out of challenges.
Both teams out of challenges. So no more.
So I'm trying to look at the video in between the half innings. But a friend of mine sent me the video just a couple of days ago. Reggie, in fact, was volunteering to go down to my son Mike's. Mike is a college coach at Golden West. Offered to go down there and talk to their hitters about so many aspects of hitting. But Reggie talks to you before you even pick up the bat. Here's the deal. Where does your at bat begin? It doesn't begin when you get to home plate. How about before the game? How about during the game? I went and spoke to University of New Mexico baseball team a couple of years ago. And before I went and talked to him, I asked the coach, I said, I'd like to see your field. And I scoped out where their dugout was and where the opposing bullpen was located. And I asked during the discussion, when does your at bat begin? And someone says, well, when you're in the dugout before you come to home plate. And I said, I disagree. Your at bat should have begun before the game, because I went and looked in your dugout and I can see clearly the pitcher throwing towards home plate in the visiting bullpen. Why aren't you watching him there? And what would you be watching? Does he have a breaking ball? Does he have a good breaking ball? What different pitches might he have? Oh, you may have sky reports. It's like in between half innings. If I'm going to hit and I see a pitcher out there throw 3 curveballs and they're all in the dirt, I got to be the village idiot of going up there and looking for a curveball early in the count.
Right.
Now, he may throw it.
So he kicks away from Oki, and the runner will head down to second base. 2-ball, 2-strike count on Harry Ford. But, you want to see, as soon as you get your first look, you get to the ballpark, as soon as you see the guy warming up, you want to see the release point, you want to see other things, anything that might be able to help you.
And start thinking about tomorrow's pitcher tonight as you're leaving the ballpark, if you know.
Here's a 2-2. A ground ball towards short. Sung Kim flips on to first, and that's the inning. So the Jakes, a scoreless top of the 8th inning. Go to the bottom of the 8th, 11-3 Seattle.
You sure you're going to be okay?
If you're a baseball player and you want to watch just sheer joy in the way to play the baseball game, Jose Ramirez look no further.
Every time he's locked and makes contact, it's a homer.
Jose Ramirez!
Wow! When you are a star player, it is not just home runs, it's all the things you do. That's the beauty of the sport.
Jose Ramirez putting on the Ritz.
Oh, that was outstanding.
What better for the game of baseball?
The Angels select Michael Trout.
It's a dream come true.
He plays like a Hall of Famer.
One of the greatest players of all time.
That ball in, Trout ahead.
Just drink this in. He's not even close to being done.
I come to the ballpark every day trying to get better.
Generational player.
Ball's crushed. He's rocking and rolling.
Well, it's his world.
Top tank for Mike Trout.
A different kind of juice when you see an all-time great player.
All rise. Here comes the judge.
Judge is in a league of his own.
Aaron Judge is a special, special talent, man. I look at him like the best hitter in this generation.
And that one is gone!
See ya!
You come up here and you want to make a great impression. Hit every single at-bat, really help the team.
Amazing performance by Judge.
He is everything that is good about the game of baseball.
Some dates to write down for you. Coming up March 15th, the exhibition in Japan and the time zone here. One will be at 3 in the morning, another one at 8 at night, but on the same day. We'll let you figure that out. Then the season opener, the 18th and 19th, the home opener at Dodger Stadium against the Tigers. Ring ceremony on the 28th. And then the Ohtani and Freeman bobbleheads, April 2nd and 11th. Those will be big. Austin Gauthier facing Juan Burgos to start the bottom of the 8th inning. Last year in Advanced A, had 3 starts, but 38 overall appearances, 2-5, and a 3.38 ERA. From Santiago in the Dominican Republic, 25 years old. 0-1 pitch. Gauthier takes a strike. They were talking last half inning about Reggie Smith and the talk that he gives and the philosophies on hitting and whatnot. My question to you, though, Mo, is if you're losing sight of the ball 20 feet in front of home plate, how many feet away from home plate are you making that decision to take that full cut?
I don't know if there is a barrier. As some lumber is being taken back to the dugout by Jose.
Gauthier struck out. Here's Lockwood Powell.
But if you go on YouTube, put in Reggie Smith batting instruction or Reggie Smith hitting tips on baseball and peruse it. Interesting thoughts, because he also talks a lot about balance. And I talk a lot about balance of hitters. But Reggie puts it in. He's analyzed hitting for years and years and years, even after he was a player. Really dove into it.
0-2 to Lockwood Powell. 11-3 the score. Seattle in front. Bottom of the 8th.
But I do know there's and I don't know how many feet in front, but you can recognize a hanging curveball. Unfortunately, there are not enough of them from a hitter standpoint. A pitcher would say there are too many of them.
0-2 pitch, way outside, is the easiest way to recognize the curveball, the pop. You know, they say the ball will pop out of a pitcher's hand as he turns it over. It kind of looks like it comes up a little bit.
Well, if you're able to see it, not everybody tips the pitches in a release point. If you can, I mean, that's another thing that Reggie over the years has talked about too. For example, as there's going to be a conference on the mound, if you're a hitter and I'm a pitcher, right? If I'm throwing a fastball, what do you see if I'm holding my hand up right now? You see the heel of the palm of my glove, correct?
Right.
Now, if I have a curveball grip, what part of my hand are you seeing now?
You see the back of your pinky
because
finger.
It's turned a little bit, and I'm going. So, we're talking about what, 1,000th of a second? Are you able to pick that up? There are some pitchers that tip it more than others.
Also depends too how you grip your curveball. A lot of guys will grip it with the index finger like a knuckleball, and that way they don't have to spin there. In fact, Drew Pomerantz, who pitched today, explained to me a number of years ago why he goes with that spiked curve, and he said it takes a lot less pressure off the wrist and elbow because you're not snapping that ball all the time.
Bert Hooton did it.
Yeah.
Don Sutton did it. First one's earlier on that I saw, and it's way back when it was an unorthodox pitch. Remember also, if you look back in the history of baseball, somebody came out initially and said, the curveball is an optical illusion. Simple way to prove it's not an optical illusion. Tell the guy to get a bat, go to home plate. I'll show you optical illusion.
Yeah, sometimes you're standing up there, the ball looks like it starts behind you, and then...
But there's nothing like being hot as a hitter. I mean, the ball looks bigger. The speed of the ball looks slower. And the strike zone seems smaller. Conversely, when you're in a slump, they throw harder, the ball breaks more, the plate's bigger.
So the slider gets Lockwood Powell, and here's Zaire Hope. He's off to a good start this spring.
Boy, is he.
He wraps one down to first base, and this will take care of things. Dodgers go in order in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1, 2, 3. Seattle 11, and the Dodgers 3.
If you're a baseball player and you want to watch just sheer joy in the way to play the baseball game, Jose Ramirez look no further
Every time he's locked and makes contact, it's a homer.
Jose Ramirez.
Wow! When you are a star player, it is not just home runs, it's all the things you do. That's the beauty of the sport.
Jose Ramirez putting on the Ritz.
Oh, that was outstanding.
What better for the game of baseball?
All rise. Here comes the judge.
Judge is in a league of his own.
Aaron Judge is a special, special talent, man. I look at him like the best hitter in this generation.
And that one is gone!
See ya!
You come up here and you want to make a great impression. Hit every single at-bat, really help the team.
Amazing performance by Judge.
He is everything that is good about the game of baseball.
Pete Alonso, franchise cornerstone, homegrown Met.
That's the guy you want to build your team around.
You know, Pete has turned into such an intelligent hitter.
If you hit it, it goes, that's for sure.
Oh, man, Pete got a hold of one.
There's not many guys who can do what he does from an offensive standpoint.
It's out of here, and the Mets win it! Into the second deck! That ball was tattooed.
Polar Bear's a ribby machine.
Robinson Ortiz takes over on the for the Dodgers. Top of the ninth inning, 11-3 Seattle. Charlie Pagliarini, first baseman, to face Ortiz. First pitch is up and in. So 11 runs on the board for the Mariners. This is something that is becoming a trend for them here in spring training. They've scored an average of 11 runs a game. They've got 44 runs scored in 4 games. How about that? After last year really struggling with the bats. I mean, it's spring training too. You get different lineups, different players in there. A lot of different factors that result in the different types of games you get in spring training. But still, the object is to score runs, and they've scored a bunch. Pitch from Ortiz, and that is in for a strike. One hit on the ground by Pagliarini, and Lockwood Powell gobbles it up, steps on the bag, and there's one away.
Second baseman number 19, Brian.
One down, and Brock Rodden, the second baseman. Robinson Ortiz. Paravia in the Dominican Republic. His second spring training outing. Last year in Rancho went 2-0. And he had a good ERA too in limited duty. Appeared in just 6 games, but his ERA was 0.82. Ortiz pitch, line drive right to Kim. There's 2 out. So Kim, the shortstop, just had to crouch down a little bit. And was put to good use. 2 down, the top of the ninth. Tomorrow, high noon. TV only tomorrow. No radio tomorrow. Just telecast from Maryvale. Dodgers and Brewers. Strike call. Yoshinobu Yamamoto will make the trip over to Maryvale. He'll be the starter for the Dodgers. Opposite left-hander Tyler Alexander. And then Thursday, we'll have another road trip over to Scottsdale, Salt River Fields. Dodgers and Rockies. Landon Knack will start. He'll go opposite Bradley Blaylock. Next couple of games. 1-2 is outside. Blake Snell got the start today, went 1 inning through 30 pitches, had a ton of pitches fouled off, so that limited his time out on the big field today. Faced just 4 men. And Ortiz with a terrific inning as he strikes out Marlowe looking. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to the bottom of the ninth.
It's time.
Corey Seager, all eyes on him. He's ready to go. He's aggressive.
Here's a dude that swings 52% of the time on first pitches.
Corey Seager smashes a ball.
The ability to be able to come together and compete every night. You know, that's what it's all about at this point for me.
Corey Seager does it again.
This guy is doing it all. He's hitting bombs all the time.
Bryce Harper is special. He's got a flair for the dramatic.
Bryce Harper, for me, is must-see TV.
You can't take your eyes off him.
We all love his feistiness.
Every time it's a big moment, Bryce Harper comes through.
That's what you always dream of, to put a city on your back and do that for your team.
He did it again. It is Bedlam at the bank.
One of the coolest sports moments ever.
Rafael Devers stands in the batter's box, and he's a ribby machine. This guy drives in 100 runs a year. In his sleep, his bat plays.
He has earned his place among the elite hitters in the game.
Rafi Devers strikes again.
He is spectacular.
He's a franchise-type player. Devers' offense is legit.
Out of sight.
He just smashes.
Ridiculous.
Oh, Rafi.
Eleven runs on 8 hits for Seattle, 3 runs, 5 hits for the Dodgers. Dodgers have 3 outs to work with here, and they'll face right-hander Brock Moore out of the University of Oregon. Pro game new to him now. And the pitch to Josue De Paula. And De Paula is a guy to keep an eye on. He was raised in New York, but moved to the Dominican Republic as a teenager just a year before he signed with the Dodgers, so he was considered an international free agent, didn't have to go through the draft. Last year in Rancho hit 279, moved up a level to Great Lakes. To Advanced Day, hit 254 there. 3-0 now to Josue De Paula.
Interesting player to watch.
And again, just a teenager. He's 19. .30 takes a strike, and it's 3-1. So you got to figure at some point, maybe he starts the year there, maybe he doesn't. But at some point, he's going to be a AA guy this year in Tulsa, and he'll be one of, if not the youngest guy in AA, at least on that ball club, as he takes a walk on a pitch that was downstairs. So the leadoff man is aboard as De Paula heads down to first base. Justin Dean, who took over in center field for Outman, will get his first plate appearance this afternoon. And what we've seen out of Dean so far defensively is that he really gets good breaks on the baseball. He can jump and get after it in the outfield. Right-handed batter facing Brock Moore. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Oftentimes in spring training, you look for silver linings in games, and today there were a couple. Obviously, Blake Snell. Justin Robleski had a good outing, too.
Yes, he did. Miguel Rojas, a good swing on a double to deep part of right center field. Knocked it a run in the third inning. Austin Barnes, an RBI double. He continues to really hit the ball exceptionally well to right center and to right field.
2-1 pitch to Dean. That's downstairs. 3-1. Outman had another hit today. Mookie Betts led the first inning off with a hit. He got on base twice. Base hit and a walk, so Mookie goes 1 for 1 today, but his on-base percentage is still over 500 there in spring training. Dean takes a walk, so back-to-back walks to start the bottom of the ninth for the Dodgers. 2 on, nobody out. Alex Freeland will come up. I saw Freeland in his first plate appearance in the Cactus League not wait around. The first pitch, he knocked it into left center field for a base hit. So Freeland, switch hitter, batting left, swings, fouls it back.
He didn't waste any time here either. That's not a bad idea. You've got 2 walks in front of you. You know he's going to try and lay one in there. There's nothing going to be fancy about it.
That's the inside. How do you feel now that both teams are out of challenges?
If it were a 1-run game or a tie game, it's something we talked about the other day.
Foul tip, hung on to by Ford.
Okay, here's something that maybe I missed. I did not hear it. Okay, you have 2 challenges, right? If the game goes extra innings.
No,
if you have used in the 9 innings your 2 challenges, would it not be the same way as a challenge is safe out, fair foul?
I think you'd get one back. Don't you get one back in extra innings anyway?
What?
Freeland strikes out. 1 gone.
Question, because I don't remember hearing it officially. Well, he missed the first pitch, and that's a much better pitch right there, tailing outside corner.
That's Sung Kim. Swing and a miss. Dodgers aggressive on first pitches of at-bats, just from the big league team last year, the World Series champs. They were the best team in all of baseball in terms of batting average on the first pitch of an at-bat. You realize the Dodgers hit .370 on the first pitches of at-bats last year? Best mark in...
Aggressive and yet still selective. It's not like wild swinging.
Well, just to clear up your question, there are no extra challenges given in extra inning.
Here's my question back. Why not? Because that in extra innings, the game's on the line.
Right.
So I understand it from the standpoint that, hey, look, if you still have 2 challenges after 9 innings, why should the other team, if they have gone 0 for 2 in challenges, not have one? Why should they come back and?
Well, you got to save them. Yeah. I guess there's a strategy that has to be employed. And if you're out of them, tough luck.
Use them sparingly. By the way, talk about sparingly. The Dodgers started out today hitting 5 for the first 15 at bats. They scored 3 runs. Since that time, they've gone 0 for the last 17.
That's Sung Kim up there with a 2-2 count, 1 out, 2 on. Dodgers down 11-3. Low and inside. 3-2. His son Kim ready to go. The stretch by Brock Moore. And the pitch. Oh, swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there are now 2 down in the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, we see Ken committing a little bit early. A lot so far. And especially on that breaking ball way out in front, not expecting in the payoff pitch to get a breaking ball.
So in order to keep this game alive, it'll be up to Chris Oakey. Oakey takes a strike. I like the ABS. I mean, I want to see more of it. Obviously, a lot of people do. Want to see more of it before the regular season starts and it goes away in the big leagues. It'll stay in AAA. More fine-tuning probably will happen. But this is an interesting test that Major League Baseball is doing here in spring training. 1-1 pitch. Goes to the backstop. Wild pitch. Comes all the way back out to the pitcher. DePaula goes down to third base and Dean over to second. Two and 1 to Chris Oakey, the catcher. More stretch and the right-hander throws home. Strike 2. A good-looking cutter. And now the Dodgers down to their final strike today. And here is the pitch. Outside, 3-2. Full count, 2 down.
And a 3-2 breaking ball to Ken. Does he do the same thing here with Oakey?
Payoff pitch, hit it. I think he tried to throw the breaking ball. It just didn't do anything. More of a flat curve or a slider. And so Oakey's hit by a pitch, and that'll bring up Cody Hosey one more time today. And the Mariners are going to have a meeting on the mound, and they're going to take out Brock Moore with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, and the bases loaded. And we have a pitching change at Camelback Ranch. So Moore could not get the final out. We'll take a break. We'll come back and see what happens next.
Bryce Harper is special. He's got a flair for the dramatic.
Bryce Harper for me is must-see TV.
You can't take your eyes off him.
We all love his feistiness.
Every time it's a big moment, Bryce Harper comes through.
That's what you always dream of, to put a city on your back and do that for your team.
He did again! It is Bedlam at the bank!
One of the coolest sports moments ever.
Pete Alonso, franchise cornerstone, homegrown Met.
That's the guy you want to build your team around.
You know, Pete has turned into such an intelligent hitter.
If you hit it, it goes, that's for sure.
Oh, man, Pete got a hold of one.
There's not many guys who can do what he does from an offensive standpoint.
It's out of here, and the Mets win it! Into the second deck! That ball was tattooed.
Polar Bear's a ribby machine. Superstar center fielder Julio Rodriguez. I think he's one of the faces of the game.
This kid is special beyond words.
Julio Rodriguez, listen, at the end of the day, guys, this guy's a superstar.
Impossibly! Oh, what a play by Julio Rodriguez! What a life! This is the man right here.
I feel like we were a pretty good spot to compete.
Another historic chapter.
23-year-old right-hander Yorlin Calderon comes in. formerly with the Yankees, his first year in the Mariners organization. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded. Facing Cody Hosey, who's 0 for 1 today. Hosey flied to left first time up. Well, Calderon throws his first pitch of the afternoon. And it's inside. So 11-3 the score. Cody Hosey a chance to add to it. He had an at-bat a couple of days ago in the 8th inning where he came up with the bases loaded, hit a double, and cleared him for 3 runs batted in. 1-0 pitch. That's in for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Calderon. From Calderon to Hosey, rather. San Francisco to Macorís in the Dominican Republic. And the 1-1. Breaking ball hit hard on the ground. Past third. That's going to roll down to the corner. 1 run is hit. 2 runs are in. And in the second with a 2-out, 2-run double is Cody Hosey. And it is now 11-5.
Well, Hosey, his first time up, did a vicious line drive for an out to left field. He figures he'll hit them where they ain't.
Austin Gauthier trying to keep things moving. 11-5. The tying run is somewhere deep in the dugout at this point, but still. It's fouled off by Gauthier.
Everybody clap your hands.
No balls and a strike. And Calderon delivers. That's fouled back, and again the Dodgers down to their final strike. 0-2 Austin Gauthier. And a 0-2 pitch. Swung on. That's belted hard down to third. It is caught there, thrown to first. That's the ball game. So 11-5 is the final score. 2 hours and 57 minutes, the time of the game here this afternoon, as the Dodgers are on the wrong end of an 11-5 decision. Make sure to join us tomorrow on Sportsnet LA. Dodgers facing the Brewers in Maryville at noon. Join Rick, Kirsten, and I for that. Now stay tuned for Access Sportsnet Dodgers.